Thank you.
You'll be amazing because
I
you
have
are
you guys.
amazing.
I'm going to be amazing because all I have to do is just.
Does this look reasonably like water?
Close enough.
All right, we're live. Amazing. Hello.
Hi!
I said that on the air.
We're professionals here. We do this for a living. We get paid to do this sometimes. We're great at our
Professional
job.
somethings.
Yes.
Don't ask us what the something is. That part's important.
Jesus Christ.
No, you're not
Well,
wrong.
it's fucking hell. It's just, God damn it.
All right. Well, Aki has
God
a little bit
damn it.
of a meltdown. Hello and welcome to the show before the return of New Pantheon for season 3. You guys unlocked a one shot and we are here to deliver. So I have it was a lot of wrestling, which is also very weird because like we're not in the same place, but I did wrestle Steven out of his DM seat in order for me to take a turn as the herald of demigods as we run a very cool one shot called Attack and Dethrone God.
Yeah, no,
demigod's
I
adventure.
feel obligated to say you could have just asked for the chair. You didn't have to come to my place and give me a wedgie and take the chair. That was a lot.
No, those are the rules at Saving Throw Show. That's how you get a show here.
Where's Dom? I thought we said
Yep.
I thought we agreed we were changing that rule.
No. Nope. Sorry about it.
Okay.
Also,
wow.
I know none of you guys have seen the Demigods, like the full book yet, because it's about to be released after its very good Kickstarter. But one of the rules in there is fight to be the herald, and you just have to do a tiny violence. So I chose Wedgie. I stand by that choice.
Yes, and I respect that choice, but I want on record, everyone here can beat me up.
Not with an attitude like that.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can't beat anybody up. I'm a big old wimp over here.
Well, anyway, violence aside, let's get into, well, there'll probably be violence in this game too. But an extra little thing I wanted to share with the group is in the transition from using Scion in the first season to Demigods in the second season, all of the character gen was handled behind the scenes. We had like a cool meeting about it and figured out what all of our gen's going to be. But one of the fun things about PBTA is that character gen is easy and fun. So I figured we would go ahead and show how the dice sausage is made for you real quick. And we're actually going to do our character generation and then go straight into our game. So none of you guys. Yes, sorry, Stephen.
Real quick, can we never say the word dice sausage again?
Can we exclusively say?
Thank you. Here's my problem is I actually make dice for a living and you'd be surprised. Upton Sinclair the Jungle also applies to the creation of dice. And that's quite weird.
After this, we should.
Okay, I want nothing to do with this
second
conversation.
dethrone, then we'll talk.
Yes, perfect. This is
Good
the
grief.
name. It just keeps getting longer and longer. It's going to be a Panic at the Disco title quite soon. It's very good. Okay, so
I think that's already been achieved.
That's true. Before we go into all of our big game goings on, just as a reminder, you guys can go to !unlocks to see what cool stuff is being unlocked tonight. So I am very excited that the group has enthusiastically consented to the idea of just arbitrarily having to take a different playbook in the middle of the game, which is another reason we wanted to show you guys how character gen goes and how quickly it goes, because at some point they might have to do some character gen on the fly and port over an existing character.
We're gonna wreck it.
Skill set. Yeah, right? It'll be random, but by random, I mean like if someone volunteers as tribute, they can be the ones to change their playbook. Other than that, we have some awesome sponsors to thank. Hero Forge is the maker of amazing dice minis that you can customize yourself. They have a very cool app and interface where you can make a really granular, exactly the way you want it, kobold bardic fighter holding a cupcake with a cat in it. It's amazing. You can make exactly what you want. They're so cute. Eric is showing it off with the influencer hands so you can see. Oh, and Steven. We love it. We love to see it. Look at these poses. The contrapposto. Outstanding. So go check out Hero Forge. They're also rolling out the ability to have your minis printed in color if you're like me, and have nary a creative painting bone in your body. So go give them a shout out. Let them know we sent you. And also check out Norse Foundry. They're the makers of dice and dice accessories. If you were here for season 2, you'll remember the adventures of us trying to steal all of the nice Norse Foundry stuff that they dropped off for promo purposes that happened to have disappeared across the season, and it's super weird. And I think that's a cold case at this point. There's got to be a statute of limitations on me stealing those pencils because I want them very badly.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into what might have happened. And
That's all I'm
certainly
saying. Is
didn't. I've been explicitly instructed not to confess to crimes on the internet.
there you go. Not anymore. The last time was the last time. But they make amazing dice and cases and journals, and it's all very cool. So if you want to stunt on your next TTRPG session, go give them a shout out. If you use code SAVINGTHROWSHOW, all one word, at checkout, you'll save 10%. So save a little cash, buy a little stuff. Yay, capitalism. That's a god
Yay.
in the game too, probably. So yeah, thank you so much to our sponsors. Thank you so much, guys and gals and non-binary people. And I don't mean that as like a weird arbitrary third gender, just everyone out there. We appreciate your eyeballs and your posts and shout outs, and we're looking forward to this game. We have a couple toasts to go through before we get started. I will do my best to not yell booty at the end, but I do just say that. So
Booty.
yep, exact. Thank you, Stephen. You begin with a point of inspiration. I don't know what inspiration is in Demigods. I've never played this before.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so our first toast is from King Dorkamus III, who says, so excited the God Kids are back. Best wishes to an amazing cast and chat full of gender fluid wordplay warriors. May a chorus of splintering wood and graphite be in Aabria's narrative future. Amazing. Love it. The next is from, oh yeah, cheers. Oh yeah, okay. Booty. I don't know. I said it.
Booty.
Thank you, Stephen.
You gave me an opportunity. I'm going to take it.
I appreciate that. Always take an opportunity to booty. I like that I'm yelling this, and like my in-laws are probably like, what does she do for a living? How weird. Next up, Warrior of Books, who says, to a wonderful casting crew, may your stories be wonderful, your smiles bright, and your laughter louder than any tears that may come. Thank you for playing, and thank you for season 3. To many more seasons and many more adventures. Cheers. Nice. The next is from our homie, Be Right UK, who says, welcome back to a great team and show. Here's to another great season. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, guys. And last but not least, the T-Boys, because hope survives best at the hearth. Guard it for me, and I won't be tempted to give it up again, which is a line that Percy Jackson says to Hestia.
Aw.
I should probably read Percy Jackson. Anyway, thank you. Cheers.
Probably should as well. Cheers.
Booty?
Booty?
Booty.
Booty. Diet Pepsi is booty.
Oh, no.
Fucking everywhere.
I'm so sorry to our sponsors, Pepsi. It was Pepsi. All right. Anyway, that was a bad joke, so I'm just going to walk away from it. We also have a bunch of awesome subscriber unlock re-rolls for all of you guys. I've lost the ability to speak, so today will be an
Unrolls
adventure.
works perfectly, though.
Thank you. Remember, when you subscribe or resubscribe, you can give a re-roll to either the table, mild, or me, which is wild because I don't roll in this system. But you should give them to me anyway, and I will find out something incredibly stupid to do with them, as I am wont to do. So
Gosh, why could you make it sound so tempting? I'm not supposed to root for that. Then you say, but I could do something stupid, and then it's like, gosh, but now I do want that.
Thank you. So yeah,
Sam
Stephen has.
Sam and I are purveyors of the notion that one should always do the bad idea. So
This
Right, the power of Bad Bell, right?
Yes, exactly.
I pay attention to you on the twitter.com. You should also, at Quiddy, Q-U-I-D-D-I-E.
Oh my gosh, thank you very, very much. You guys are very nice. Okay, Stephen volunteered to keep track of all of your re-rolls, so thank you very much. The first one is to you guys from Warrior of Books. One
Thank
for
you
the
kindly.
Thank you. One for the table from Grendel's Mater. Ah, get it. The next is one for the table from Qui Squared. The next is one to me from Biscuit Malt. I guess I could keep track of my own.
Ooh.
Oh no, you have to cheer for me on this because this is normally your seat. So you can't even be mad at me about it. I mean, you could. I can't tell you how to feel.
I can't win. I can't win.
Exactly. Welcome to being a GM and a player. Haha. The next is from FT Kaiboy, who has 1 to the table. Arcane Activist has 1 for the table. Kai or Aya has 1 to the table. It's probably okay. Hey, has 1 for me. Now, what's Demigods? Shidari Aki has 1. Wait, what? For me? I know who that is.
Yeah, I felt like considering the way I bombed that opening, I owed you one. So
I am owed nothing, but I will take it and use it and abuse it. And the next is from Adam 1984, who has 1 for the table. Gray They has 1 for the table. And Heart of Handprints has split the difference, trying to make everyone happy, and has 1 for the table and 1 for me. So thank you very much. So just as a reminder, since it's been a hot second, the way rerolls work is the advantage system in Demigods is Fate's Favor. So instead of rerolling both of your dice, you're just going to add another die to your roll and then take the higher 2 for your score. As for what I'm going to do with mine, I might instill Fate's Disfavor, which is roll 2 or roll 3, take the worst 2. Or I might just do something weird and dumb that I come up with in the moment. We'll see. So yeah. All right. We also have a full set of rerolls for the table. All of you guys can mark that on your individual, whatever you're using for character sheets or will be using for character sheets. That chat has unlocked it. Thank you guys so much. And let's get into some character gen. So this is all of your opportunities to flirt with another playbook. So as you guys take a look at the playbooks and think about what you might want to play, I will do a very probably terrible job of painting a word picture for our one shot. Attack and Dethrone God is going to deal with the idea of duty and what demigods owe to both their family in the like divine sense and to the world around them that they are a part of and that they serve. So all of you will have the same divine parent. This divine parent has never really made themselves available to you or very open to you. They are a nebulous, sort of nameless understanding of dread of the end. This is the god of doomsday preppers. This is the god of Y2K panic and this idea of the end of the world. So all of you have formed your woven band around this very strange deity that in the year 2020 has decided it's time for a glow up and is doing everything in his power to end the world. So those are your stakes. And now I would love it if you guys, if we can start our dialogue about what playbooks you're thinking about. Does anyone have an idea? Yes, Steven.
So I run the game. I don't usually get to play.
Yeah.
I really want to be the elemental.
Yes, we love it.
Is that okay?
Definitely.
Awesome.
Absolutely okay. Yeah, call him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I mean, probably okay.
And
It is probably okay. I'm
I
pretty
hope
sure
it's okay.
Someone makes a reference to it's probably okay. Someone has to donate $1. I don't know who. Chat, make it happen.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like that's a thing we should take into consideration for sure.
That's dangerous. Let's do it.
Okay, so we've got Steven down for the elemental. Anyone else got a playbook they're thinking about?
I have been trying to decide between the artisan and the celestial.
Ooh, nice. Was anyone else looking at either of those two playbooks that might help clarify a choice?
I was kind of looking at Celestial.
Okay.
All right, I'm cool with the artisan. Like, Sam will understand when I say I have maker tendencies.
I understood that reference to a different game system.
Mm-hmm.
And that works for me because although I first thing off of my brain was a Muse concept. I'm putting it away.
You're not allowed to play the playbook you're already playing. That's my one rule.
I said I put it away.
Good.
But I have a verdant. I think I can do.
Ooh, nice.
It's my turn to do the flappy hats. It's my
I
turn.
mean, see what you like by the time I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because I know that the verdant that you play is going to be completely different from the verdant that I play, and I'm very excited.
Very cool. Also, I will highly encourage you guys, as you, our beautiful audience, can see when you go to Unlocks, we do have the idea of changing playbooks. This is a very chaotic sense of demigodhood. So I also would like to turn that back on the players and encourage you, when you take advancements, if you are gifted advancements from chat, feel free to start picking stuff up from other playbooks and kind of making fun Franken characters if you want. I think that's a thing I super enjoy in Demigods that I would like to encourage you to try if you are trying to see what you can build out of these very aesthetic playbooks. Nice. So just to confirm, Aki, you're going to be the artisan.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, you're going to play the verdant. All right. Eric, you're going to be the celestial.
Correct.
And Steven, you're going to be our elemental.
Got it.
Good to know. All right, let's just work down this page then. So at some point, you're going to have to think of your character's name. I understand that sometimes it can be what? It can occasionally be hard to come up with a character name. So I'll ask you to introduce your character at the very end, and you can proffer your name there. Everyone's divine parent is the same. I have left this as a sort of nameless figure, divinely speaking, but I would love to know what you call your divine parent, even though you all share the same one, if you've given him a weird name across time. Also, there's cool questions and prompts on here on your look, like give me a general idea of what you look like. We can do that at the very end. And yeah, let's just go to the next page and get to the fun stuff. You all need to pick gifts, and the playbook will tell you how many gifts you pick. It's usually 3. And once you have a sense of what your gifts are, go ahead and shoot them out at me, so I have can build a sense of what your character is and what they're like. I'll vamp in this time and say,
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. All right. I am going to go with Elemental Familiar.
Nice.
Epic Armor.
Yes.
And Produce Element.
Ooh, okay. So
and they're all water.
Nice.
Yes. A lot of hydrokinesis stuff. I'm going for like the late 30s sunburned beach bum sort of like burnout.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what does your familiar look like?
My familiar is a flying anime tortoise.
Flying anime tortoise. Okay.
Yes.
Yay for turtles in every game we play of this.
Yes. He doesn't look like an actual turtle. He looks more like Crush from Finding Nemo.
Oh, very cute.
Yes.
Nice.
Very anime.
Okay, so now that that's what all like divinely touched and all these fate touched people that exist in the everyday world can see. What do normal people see when they look at your elemental familiar? Because I bet they don't see a flying tortoise.
No,
That would
they
be wild.
No, you know when you go to that store on the beach, well, no one knows anymore because the beach no longer exists and the world outside of our apartments no longer exists.
True.
But there used to be these stores at the beach that sold really janky, like this is not legal stuff. And it's probably like a hollowed out turtle shell that's been turned into one of those little marimba things.
Oh, ugh, it's a tchotchke?
It's a
Everyone
tchotchke.
just sees a terrible tchotchke. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Does your familiar have a name? Also, do you?
Yeah, my name's Bud.
Thanks. I hate it.
Thanks. I'm Bud, Hey, how you doing? This guy is Turtle with a
And
D.
turtle. Turdle. We love to
Yep.
see it. Bud's pronouns?
Bud uses he, him.
Perfect. Good to know. Okay, I love those gifts.
Mhm.
What does your epic armor look like?
How do I describe it? Basically, a living waterfall flows around him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Bud's adorable.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Nice. Does anyone else want to jump in here?
I'll go.
Eric.
All right. My celestial is named Corvus Dusk.
Corvus is dusk. You can tell which one had the bougie parent.
So yeah, my gifts are an animal companion, which is a large bear named Misha, a third eye, and soundless movement.
Okay. Amazing. So edgy. Named Misha. All right. What does third eye mean to you?
The ability to basically see past the physical, beyond that, like beyond what is actually there, and see past everything. And
Amazing. Yes, we love it. What are Corvus's pronouns?
Corvus is he, him.
Uh-huh.
Misha is she, her.
Nice. Okay.
Let's see. And my moves are Black Hole Sun, which allows me to overwhelm a mortal's mind to ask them questions based on how I roll using awe. Read the Stars, which allows me to take +1 on Pierce the Veil, but actually it's with Faith's Favor instead of +1 because of my third eye.
Nice.
And then I am a tracker.
Oh, amazing. We love it. Very cool. Yeah. Fantastic. Who else is ready to go?
I think from the looking at the screen, the answer is moi.
Yes.
So
Lay it on me.
my gifts are Divine Constitution,
Nice.
lest you be weak and unable to survive the winter.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
important. An epic weapon,
Okay.
which will be one of
Will's in a
those-
different game. Sorry. Will's in a different game.
You know those palms that we have here that if you touch them wrong, they will just all the way cut you up?
Mhm.
Yes, I felt a thing when you mentioned that. Yes,
Yep,
go.
that epic weapon.
Perfect.
It's an epic weapon. It's already an epic weapon.
Mean frond is what I wrote down, so that's that.
Yep, we got it. We got a good pain frond.
Brilliant.
And for
Brilliant.
my other pain frond, I have an epic steed, which is basically a dire coyote.
Dire coyote. Yes.
So we all have critters.
It is a critter nation, yes.
Yes. Okay. So then my follow-up questions would be: 1, does your dire coyote have a name? 2, does your character? 3, what are everyone's pronouns?
I'm really tempted to say they, them, and they, them.
Works for me.
The answers to all of the questions.
Yo, I feel you. Whenever someone asks me about a character I'm making, like, what do they look like? I'm like, black.
Yep.
Black
Why
and
not?
black.
I mean,
I will represent.
look, you know what? I've never met a bit that I will not commit to. So say hello to they. THAY. We're doing this. Let's go.
Their name is they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have fun.
Bless you.
They is okay.
It's gonna.
Nice. Does
We're just gonna
dire
see what
coyote
we're
have a
doing.
name?
Them. We did this.
Yep,
We did this. I
okay.
committed to this. I signed up. They'll have nicknames or something. We'll find out.
You are a gift. Never forget that.
I appreciate
Amazing.
you. Look,
Nice.
I'm not going to attack and dethrone God with conventional means. We are facing an unconventional opponent and fighting an unconventional war.
There you go. There you go. Okay, Aki, do you have some idea about the gifts that you want to pick?
Oh boy. I picked this hoping that I would go in a different direction than usual.
And then
And then
And then
I'm going to pick alchemical texts,
nice.
bottomless bag,
Nice.
and epic tools.
Ooh. Okay. So my question for literally all three of those is, what do those mean to you? Bottomless bag is a little more like what it says on the tin. But
Yeah.
my question about that is, what does that look like to you? Because it doesn't have to look like a Mary Poppins carpet bag.
I think that the alchemical text is actually like a college levels like chemistry book that they've just keep on hand. It looks like a chemistry book on the outside, but on the inside it's got like a little some extra in there. Like it's been heavily edited by it's been red pen to death. This person has spent a lot of time annotating and adding to the text and being like, actually, if you do it this, like they're the well actually asshole of the group. And then bottomless bag is obviously what it says on the tin. The epic tools are like essentially they carry around like a portable chemistry set of their own. Like they're a bit of they're also a scientist. I didn't know I was going to end up playing a scientist again, but here I am. I'm playing a scientist again.
There you go.
So just in a different, just with a different skin.
we have our things.
Nice.
Oh, that's not necessarily like science is not my thing. Science is Sam's thing, but apparently it's becoming my thing too.
Maybe we can all be enthusiastic and it doesn't have to be territorial, and enthusiasm about science is its own intrinsic good.
No, if I like something, no one else can like it.
Ah.
And that is our token hetero.
They might like it wrong.
Your butt is wrong.
Okay, so I guess my last note to you specifically on that is be cognizant of ways in which very specifically your alchemical texts can provide you a boon when you're doing stuff in the world. Like, yes, it seems like this is very good reference material, but there may be some other ways to like cleverly integrate your alchemical texts into your kit of things that are helpful, not just in the research portion of our story.
Of course, I am going to do my best to make this a player that is still capable of doing things outside of other things. I don't know.
True.
I'm making up words at this point. I mean, the whole like language in general is just a bunch of made up stuff. So
there you
It's all
go.
fake all the way down.
Can you tell I've had a morning?
Yeah, you know what? Respect. And that's why like I want to overstate like how much this is just silly nonsense and we're just here to have a good time. And for all of you.
Excuse me. Dethroning God is serious business. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The dethroning is serious. The attack?
Oh yeah, no, the attack is ridiculous.
Just whimsy. Just whimsical.
Pure
really,
whimsy.
truly.
I don't know what type of game you guys have been playing in. I run a very tight ship here.
You do. That's why I'm here to
It's very
subvert
tight.
all of that.
I took that fucking Flex Seal, smeared it all over the place.
Yes, but just as a reminder, because Demigods is inherently, especially in the gift section, it's very loose about what any given gift means. This is where you get to play in the like cleverness space, and if you can come up with a way in which your gift like allows added benefit, that's where we can confer fate's favor or change difficulties of abilities. Like just be easy, be flexible, keep your head on a swivel, normal
Be
stuff.
easy. Copy that.
There we go.
I want to describe my character really fast.
Please do.
Yeah, they're like, fairly average height-ish for like a more mask like bending character. They're about, I want to say 5'10", 5'11", kind of a little bit gangly. They dress a bit like like Eric. They're that real casual, like, t-shirt, jeans, like not real flashy, just real comfortable, like just cash.
But do they
And
have Eric's swoopy hair?
they have hair probably a bit more like yours or mine. Like I want to say like super kinky and like kind of wild and all over the place.
Nice.
They've attempted haircuts. We don't know if they work on them.
That's a big mood.
Like did the haircut work? Who knows? Their skin is a bit darker than mine, and but they have like greenish eyes because dark skin, green eyes. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And their name is Jillian Spellman, and that's that's also just for Sam. So
It's a
yeah,
subtle reference, really.
yeah, their name is Jillian Spellman. And yeah, they're a super chill, casual person who really likes doing science. They I think generally are just more unimpressed by their deity parent and kind of are like, oh, we're gonna do something about that. Oh, okay, cool, sure, I'll come along. Why not? Fighting's not really my thing, but I'll figure out a way to make sure I don't die. So.
All right. I love it. Okay.
All right.
So the next thing I will have you guys do is filling in the attributes is super simple. You're given a prescribed set of bonuses. So go ahead and fill those in. Usually you're prompted to add a +1 to one of them. I'll let you do that on your own. I'm not super worried about it. What I would like you to do is pick your playbook's moves, but I also, it's a one shot. We're driving these characters like they're stolen cars. So go ahead and give yourself 2 advancements.
Yo. All right.
Because you guys need to feel powerful because you're literally going to attempt, or maybe you won't and you'll just start a bakery and we're going to have a very weird game. Attempt to dethrone
Attack and descone God.
I hate you. I hate
Like, oh, we're
you.
so doing this now.
I hate how much I love you. You're a monster and you know it. And that's the thing. That's the thing, is no one's more aware of your effect than you are. Okay, so go ahead and pick your 2 advancements. And yeah, when you feel like you're ready to introduce your character to the group, please just do so.
All right.
And then from there, we'll do tangles and we'll talk about what the spindle for the group is and jump into our game.
Very fun.
Nice. I'm here to vamp if no one's ready yet. That's totally fine.
I'm actually almost ready.
Oh, look at you, just head of the class. You know what? Take a fate's favor.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Work. I appreciate that. I was
appreciate
not
it.
expecting that.
Oh my gosh, thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank
Oh my God,
you.
thank you so
No,
much.
oh my God, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're
Thank
the
you
best.
Now you just
so
sound
much.
sarcastic. Oh my God, thank you.
That's just how I sound. I'm from Los Angeles.
It is the weirdest thing. Like, I grew up in NorCal, and we have our own weird way of talking. Hella, still said. But then you come down here, and like, I honestly thought everyone was just a dick to servers when they were thanking them. I honestly thought that.
Oh my God, why does everyone think we sound sarcastic?
I have
super
no.
weird.
What? I totally paused.
Like, why don't people get it? Yeah, we have like a California roll at the stop sign, but in our speech.
Yep. No word cop, no word stop.
No.
No treasure.
Okay. With that, I'm ready to introduce Bud.
Please.
So for my advancements, I took an epic instrument. It's a ukulele.
Yes. Beautiful.
I also advanced my weird up to 1 from 0 to 1.
Nice.
Bud is definitely one of the older demigods. I think he's actually the oldest in the group. I'm going to put him at about like 38.
Okay.
Yeah. He lives in a van on the beach. He knows technically he's supposed to be like, okay, he actually met his father once a handful of times at his high school graduation. It was super awkward. And he's supposed to be a like giant tsunami, hurricane, tidal wave sort of thing. But that sounds like a lot of work. And he's tired and he doesn't want to do that. So mostly he sleeps until about noon, watches Hulu on his phone, and surfs.
I like it.
Yeah.
He's great. Okay, what moves did you pick?
For my moves, I picked Avatar's Destruction.
Oh, we love to see it.
Yeah. Good with animals.
Nice.
And rub some dirt on it.
Yes.
Which, despite sounding, yeah, it's a healing power.
Beautiful. Nice. Oh, Bud's a treasure. We appreciate that. What does Bud call his divine parent? Like, what's the mental name for this god of destruction?
The great deadbeat in the sky.
I'm glad you gave yourself a deadbeat dad.
Like I said, he fancies himself the older brother. He if he meets someone, it turns out, oh, we're siblings, adopted.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Is someone else ready to jump in and introduce their character to the squad?
I'll go. So if you want to know what Corvus Dusk looks like, just Google Peter Falk Columbo, because that's who he is. I decided that after I chose a name, and I decided to stick with the name. So he's like, so hello, I'm Corvus. I'm somewhat of a detective. Yeah, my two moves I took were Trusted Advisor and Oracle.
I love it so much. So much. Amazing. What did you do with your additional advancements?
That was more like my moves were already Black Hole
Oh,
Sun,
yeah, that's
Read
right.
the
I
Stars, and
remembered.
Tracker, and so I added Trusted Advisor and Oracle. So now I can see the
Beautiful.
future and the past.
We love it.
Makes for being a good detective.
That's amazing. Is Corvus a detective by trade?
I am a private investigator. Being in the line of duty never really agreed with me.
Brilliant. Love to see it. Awesome. Is someone else ready to go?
Sure, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah, so I'm Tay De Silva, and I work in the part of animal services that deals with wild animals, like when a mountain lion's trying to cross a freeway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's my deal. For my advancements, I took more prowess,
Nice.
the better to dethrone God, divine might, the better to dethrone God, and I took metal, the better to shape change, thereby to attack and dethrone God.
Yes. Brilliant.
I
love it.
In terms of my moves, I took Clever Girl, the better to detect,
and
ferocious.
Dethrone.
I think we see where this is going.
Yes, we do love it.
And shape changer. And they are very much they call their divine parent Winter, and more specifically Dry Winter.
Oh, I like that.
We should be having rain should be coming down here, and it's not, and that's bad. But yes, that is they have anger issues? No, because anger is appropriate in this circumstance.
Anger's only a problem if you admit it.
Thank you.
There's only a problem if they don't get out of the way.
Fair enough.
That's Tay De Silva.
Love it. Nice. Aki, are you ready to bring the Columbo background? I just saw that. That's great. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. So Jillian is like I said, a student of and lover of science. I think that they don't really have much of a relationship with their DD parent. I want to say
Mhm.
that they're probably the newest person in the group, and maybe has only recently come into knowing that they're even divine, and like is definitely the kid's sibling, and is, like I said, not quite entirely sure why it is that we're like so gung-ho about killing our parent. But you know, they like their new siblings, and everybody's been pretty cool with them, so they're like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll go do that. um their moves that I picked for them were Brewmaster,
Okay.
Crafty, and Workshop.
Nice.
So, and then I took my advancements in prowess and metal. So,
Brilliant. Okay.
Nice.
I guess I will jump in and ask, what 3 facilities did you pick for your workshop?
yes, I picked portal access,
Nice.
vast library,
Nice.
and alchemical resupply.
Perfect. So it stays stocked and you can bamf through it. All right.
Right.
What are your 2 hindrances?
Disorganized space and hard to get to.
Yes.
Oh gosh,
I'm
are you
a-
off the 405?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been trying to move to a different area of LA, but it's so expensive right now, and
And the shop's
we're in the
only
middle
open
of
from
this
3 p.m. to 5
lockdown.
p.m.
Like it's really difficult to go apartment shopping, and not very safe or sanitary either. So I've just been kind of doing a lot of shopping online, and even then you have to avoid all the scams. I don't know. Can y'all recommend some places for me or something? I'm not having
Don't
a lot of
trust Craigslist.
I don't
wasn't
understand the
planning
computers.
to. You're younger than him. How do you not understand the computers?
I don't know.
Are
Okay.
you sure you're the oldest, bud?
I'm not sure anymore.
I do want to jump in and just say that hard to get to is going to be interesting because you have bottomless bag, you get to check mobile workshop for free. So my question is, do you have access to your workshop through your bottomless bag?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So hard to get to is going to be like a metaphysical. It's an emotional concept.
I'm here for it.
Better hang
I
on to
love
the bag, I guess.
you know that I don't shy away from emotional conflict in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
Beautiful.
What if it's like a Winnie the Pooh window situation?
No, I have
You
weird
got your
Winnie
legs
the Pooh
kicking out of the
getting my butt
bag?
stuck fears. Like that has haunted me my whole life. My whole life.
I was thinking more of an Alice in Wonderland being attacked by things as she falls through the rabbit hole.
Nice.
But I
Okay,
will leave that to you, sorry, to Harold.
I like this. We'll see what pops up organically. But what I want to do before we start is do the tangles. But instead of trying to figure out the best way to integrate what you know about the characters, the other people at the table, along with what you know understand about your own character, you're just gonna write them in blind. So what I would like you all to do is just to fill in the tangles in some sort of order without reading them too hard. Just pick a person and just write in that shuffled order, and we'll see what kind of relationships you have with everyone else in the group. If there's something you want to veto, obviously veto it. If you're like, oh, I'm not feeling like this sense of like, because there's also like romantic stuff in here, and if you want to prove that, feel free to be like, we'll just cross those out because you'll have at least one for everyone. A couple people you'll have multiple for, so it should be enough to like catch vetoing in.
Who has enough time for romance when there is attacking and or dethroning to do?
This.
That said,
exactly.
What are you gonna do once you're on the throne? Like, you're gonna shit.
A throne is nothing without someone to share it with. I live by that as a would-be tyrant.
What makes a throne a home.
Okay, so literally just fill these in with random names. And the last thing, we're gonna skip the spindle. We don't need a spindle for this. The spindle is all y'all's bastard daddy. He's what brought you together, and he's why you're all going to be set off on this mission. So all I'm gonna have you do, we'll start with Aki and then go counterclockwise by my Zoom view, is tell me your tangles and how you are related to everyone else in the group. You're muted.
I'm still typing them up, but I'm going to go
Okay.
do this as I go. You made an epic item for Bud, and they owe you.
Nice.
It was a really cool bomb.
Corvus relies on your expertise, and you have a mutual respect.
Nice.
I figure the detective and the chemist would have that kind of relationship with each other. I'm skipping over the third one because it's a romantic one.
Totally fine.
And I can't always ship myself with Sam, even if I always want to ship myself with Sam. If Bud drags you to another party, you're going to scream. I feel like Bud is the type that goes to like those really chill beach parties that have like the beach ball and like
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of hash, and I'm just like not into it. You and they are do you pronounce it there, Tay? Which one?
I was pronouncing it Thay.
They?
Yeah,
They?
like French th.
All right,
Ooh,
Thay,
nice.
and so you and Thay are on a hunt for a rare material of some kind.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, here
That worked out very well. I like it.
You confided a deep secret in. I'll put that with Thay too. Will they keep it?
Nice. I like it.
Mm.
Speaking of which, Faye, why don't you go ahead and read off your tangles?
Yeah, so right now I've got Corvus seems oblivious to the natural world.
Nice.
That said, you can always count on Bud when it's time to party.
It's worked out so well.
Because I think they are very compatible flavors of party because, like, you know, work with those organics that, in fact, thrive in this local ecology. You're working with the system. You're not, like, doing the excessive amounts of water and the sprinklers
There
kind
you
of
go.
vibe. It works well. Compatible. I said Jillian Fellman could learn something from the ways of nature. I think there's room there for like a crafter vibe to learn things from the natural world. Basically, just get them the rest of the way to being will.
I apologize, everyone. I just had a bit of a computer hiccup. Is everything coming in okay on my end?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're
I
good now.
apologize for that.
No worries. It happens. Okay. Corvus.
Let's see. We've got Tay has seen you at your worst disheveled and confused, which is, I mean, if you see what I look like normally,
It gets worse somehow.
You've seen
the time there was an entire family of raccoons in your backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
You've seen a dark future thread tangled around, is it Gillian or Jillian?
Jillian.
Jillian. Okay. Let's see. You were wrong about Bud, and you can't figure out why. Let's see.
I have a lot of questions now.
Yeah. This one's romantic. We'll skip that one. You know a secret about Jillian, and you know a secret that Jillian keeps in their heart.
Ooh.
And someone in Bud's Pantheon is plotting against them, but you don't know all the details.
Okay. Nice.
Heavy.
Beautiful. All right, Bud, bring us home.
Okay. So Faye is my translator. Let's
And
see.
a trans now.
Yeah, there you go. I rely on Faye to be my elemental whisperer, clarifying for me when I'm not making sense. So when I get very much like, so then you gotta kind of whoosh.
What he's saying is you have to work with the current, ideally on kind of a whitewater system, and then you're going to get to where you're going. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
However, they are also kind of a complete mystery to me because deep breath, take a nap, let's chill. We got you at a 10, we need you at a 3.
Oh, I have to lower myself all the way to a 10?
That's just where the scale stops. I saw Chernobyl.
10 is where the scale starts. This is not okay. Yeah, love this. I'm here for this. I'm here for oblique characterization.
Yes.
I am fascinated by Gillian's charismatic way with people.
Nice.
I also accidentally injured Gillian with my element. I was trying to show off.
It's Jillian.
Jillian, I'm sorry. Jillian. Let me write that down.
I had to write it with a J just to make sure I'll say it the right way.
Yeah, it's spelled with a G, but you say it Jillian with a soft. Yeah.
All right. So I'm fascinated with how good Jillian is with people, and I also accidentally gave him a boo-boo one time.
Whoopsie.
Sorry. And I tussled with Corvus, and I respect their ability, you know?
I feel like there's an old guy fight in your guys' past, and I'm
There-
just
Okay.
so tickled about it.
He thought I was a homeless guy that he got into an argument with on the red line. It got ugly.
Oh man, the red line of all places. Ooh. Ooh.
Nice. All right. Is that it?
I believe so.
Okay, my sweet babies, that is literally all of character creation. We could spend more time talking about what ascendance moves are like and death moves are like. They'll come up if and when they come up.
Any
So-
amount of time spent talking about those is spent not attacking or dethroning.
Exactly. And I would love to get to that now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our break a little earlier than normal. We'll take it now. I'll cogitate on all of the gifts that you've given me, and we'll
On
come back and
camera.
spend the last 2 hours of our sweet session today, both attacking and subsequently dethroning God. How's that sound?
1
Sounds
hour
lovely.
to attack, 1 hour to dethrone. We got this.
There we go.
Got
It's
it.
so efficient.
We got it.
All right. We will see you guys soon. Go grab a bio break. Get up, shake your legs,
Grab a soda.
shake your butts, shake your
Yeah.
arms, drink some juice, and we'll see you. Hello, and welcome back to the Attack and Dethrone portion of our amazing Demigods one-shot here as
Woo!
we're bringing back New Pantheon for season 3. So excited. We have created amazing characters. We've got I'm saying Tay, and I know it's they because I respected the joke from the top. So
but
we've got
also either is valid. Not everyone is like super French about the pronunciation, and if you have a name like THAY, that's going to just happen. And you have two choices. You can really just dig in for it, or two different halves of your family can argue about how your name is pronounced.
I, as Aabria feel attacked by this. I get it. I
Delev
feel it.
is on side.
There we go.
Eric Richards has no idea what you're talking about. Neither does Eric Reichart or Richarn.
Rich Arm. Perfect.
Reinhardt for some
That
reason.
one's canon. I mean, if you
Dude,
can.
why is that not your streaming name? Oh, that's so much better. I love that.
Oh, fake
Just got
cigarette.
him off calling himself mostly shit. Let's take the win, right?
I will
Yeah,
take the
that's
win.
true.
I will take that win, but I'm also going to mourn what could have been.
What may yet be. He's done it once.
Now I just want to put him in a Reinhardt cosplay.
I also want this. Yes, please. Okay, so we've
Not
got
to kink shame at the top of this second part of our, but let's, move on.
okay, so we've got they, Jillian, Bud, and Corvus.
What's up?
All of you have been brought together across your lives by the realization that your weird divine parent, the person from which your power flows, I mean, other than sucking just a whole bunch and not really being there for you, seems to have come out of the woodwork in a very strong way in 2020. And the things that have happened in this world in this year are uncannily bad, but it's not until Corvus, the Celestial, has a vision of one of the recent past where you can see the shadowy form of your father standing behind a group of monkeys as they steal COVID-19 lab samples from a laboratory and just run away into the woods with them, which is a thing that actually happened. That you realize that it is your divine parent, your father, that is at the heart of all of the chaos that is 2020. And with that understanding, you reach out spiritually on a cell phone, via Facebook Messenger, I don't know, through the quarantine that the world is currently mired in, to your demi siblings. What do you do, Eric? I mean, Corvus.
Corvus is going to send one of those electronic messages saying, dear person receiving this message, you may not know who I am. My name is Corvus Dusk. I am your brother from possibly yet another mother. It seems as though our common parentage is trying to destroy the world. Please reply. I would love to stop this. Thank you, Corvus Dusk, PI.
Within 5 minutes, you get a response from Bud, and it's him with a drawn-on mustache wearing an ill-fitting coat, reading it in your voice in the most mocking way he can.
That's funny. That's funny. What do you think, Misha? Is that funny?
Yes, fair.
You
I chose
receive
the
a
things
leaf
and then realized what I
emoji,
had to fill in.
a fire emoji, and a thumbs up. That's all you need.
On my way.
And in the family chat, where are we meeting? And somehow he misspelled meeting.
Shouldn't autocorrect have done something about that?
The god of autocorrect sends you a message that's just the shrug emoji.
Valid point.
This is why I use the voice to text. I yell at my phone. I tell it Siri to email my nephew.
Can we hit your place, Jillian?
Yeah, that should be totally fine. Come on over.
All right. Thanks.
So you guys drive across town to Jillian's abode. Ooh, I actually forgot. We have a toast. I'm going to interrupt the flow of our game and get this toast out here. It's from FT Kai Boy, who says, "Let us hope none of the gods send monsters after you, because being a half-blood is hard. Demigods for the win."
It's
Cheers.
hard and no one understands.
We're just out here doing our best, y'all. It's
Doing
hard
our
out
worst.
here for a fiend. And there's another unlock for me. Thank you, Blue Linnet. Or Linnet, I don't know. Once again, the French problem. Okay, and everyone pulls up via however you guys have chosen to get across town. Jillian, what does your home look like?
Well, this is where it becomes really obvious that Aki has not lived in LA for a very long time, because I have no idea what kind of houses are off the 405. But I want to say that they, being not necessarily freshly out of college, but have just graduated, like maybe they're maybe like 24 or 25. So they're probably living in like what passes as an apartment, but is really just kind of a hole in the wall at this point. There are rooms. Um, there are rooms, multiple, but you wouldn't know what they are because they're all full of clutter, because they're still only kind of halfway moved in, and there's just shit all over the place. And they're not entirely sure why people want to come to theirs all the time, and they're starting to suspect it's because every time the family comes over, one of them moves something to where it's supposed to be, because every time they leave, it's just slightly more organized than it was. It's not like Jillian doesn't appreciate it. It's more like, if you guys want to help me move in, like, you just have to say so. Now you can just come over. It's whatever. But okay, sure.
The whole moving in would be a very big commitment. One object at a time.
There you go.
Achievable.
It feels
This is
good.
the level of
Right.
what we have as demisibs.
Right.
Yep.
Last time they took care of the silverware, I took care of the linens, and Corvus took care of the couch.
Yeah.
And we figure if we do this for about 2 years, eventually you'll move again and we'll just start all over.
There you go. Unless the rent spikes up again in Westwood and you're going to end up moving.
What are the chances of that, though?
Yeah, right? How
Kill
would that
me.
even happen?
So yeah, I think that the one thing that Jillian is very good about, though, is making sure that when the Sibs come over, like, there are plenty of snacks and drinks and like stuff to munch on when they get here, because driving the 405 even during this time can be a little bit hellacious. So, and it's a commitment. So yeah, they reward the effort with food and drink.
Nice.
And sometimes they'll have an extra pack of cigarettes on hand for Corvus.
Aww.
He's not allowed to smoke inside, but they often buy a pack for him.
Excellent. So you all gather there at Jillian's house, and Corvus explains to you that your divine parent is sitting at the heart of all of the problems of 2020. And as you are discussing and talking, I'm gonna need, I like that I'm saying, like, let's get a perception check. Okay, Aabria, you're running a different system, so I'm gonna need you to work on that at all yourself internally. Let me get a pierce the veil roll from just everyone, just a general, like, noticed roll. That's what we're gonna do.
All right. That's our judgment, correct?
Yes, you're gonna roll 2d6 plus your judgment. And
right.
assuming however you do, well, I will give information to whoever rolls the highest, and then we'll go from there.
Rolled a 12, but my judgment's a -1, so 11.
Okay. Sam's got massive grin on. What's going on?
Snake eyes.
Oh,
wow.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bank that hard move. Thank you very
Yes,
much. It's
please
beautiful. We love to
do.
see it.
Yeah. At this point, let's assume I'm not noticing something because there's a little bit of like dried meat plates that I am currently smuggling to my dire coyote them.
Yes.
So I am busy with other things, and also this time trying to do it subtly enough that like not everyone catches on that I'm doing. It was a whole Michigas last time, and like personally, I don't understand why it's a problem, but other people think it's a problem. And anyway, there was a lot of screaming and a coyote, and just we don't need to have that. So yeah, I rolled snake eyes.
I rolled a 6.
Nice. Corvus?
I rolled a 7 with my +3 judgment.
Oh no.
And Fate's
I have
Favor.
a -1.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I have +3, and I get to roll with Fate's Favor on all Pierce the Veil, and I still only got a 7.
It's okay. This is just the dice warming up. Just, shaking off
And these are my good
vibes.
saving throw dice that are weighted for 6s that always cheat.
Available on our Redbubble? No, it's not available there. I will say I did use my Fate Saver that Aabria gave me at the top of the hour. So
Nice. Beautiful. Well, with that amazing 11, I'm going to offer you a bit of information and take one of your 3 questions.
okay.
Because the answer to that is, yes, it is getting really weirdly hot all of a sudden. And it does sound like something very large is stomping close to you.
I look up from the sandwich I've made from Jillian's spread. You guys think like maybe Dad got a I don't know, giant volcano monster going on or something? And for Aabria, I'm going to ask, when did this happen? Like, when did it start getting really, really hot? And when did it start hearing like Godzilla noises outside? Like just now?
Yeah, it's not quite Godzilla level, but it's pretty close. And
Demigodzilla?
yeah, tiny, just baby Godzilla. Just a wee toddler age Godzilla. And right around the time you started hearing the steps, so maybe 30 seconds ago, you noticed that the temperature was suddenly beginning to rise. Jillian, if you wouldn't mind my editorializing, your apartment has it has a nest already like built into it, and you see it suddenly kick on and start like dropping the temperature. So you can see like outside temperature, and it's gone from like 77 to like 95, and it's trying to compensate for like a sudden massive swing in temperature.
Okay. I'm going to step over the bear and the coyote and go to a window and just kind of force it open and pop my head out real fast.
Yep. You've also got
Okay.
one more question. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Everything okay over there?
What
bud?
is the purpose of this person, place, or thing? And can't actually scratch that. Can I see the person, place, or thing?
Well, yeah, anyone else would see just like a big semi truck going down the street, but you see a very large, very magma-y looking older woman stomping down the middle of the street. Like, she seems to be like rambling and yelling something. She might be a little drunk. You can't quite tell what she's yelling. And sorry, what was your question again? I forgot.
What is the purpose of this person, place, or thing?
Oh, yeah, just to, wreck something.
Cool. I'm going to look back to everyone. Guys, we have a Moana situation going on.
Okay. That means that there is someone hostile and lava related incoming.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh,
because either
that
that
car
or we were
is
about to see the rock. I
toast.
was not sure.
I didn't see that movie yet. It's on my list.
Oh man, you just went and spoiled it for him, bud.
What? She was in the
Would have loved
trailer.
it.
Ouch.
We can We can do a watch party later, okay, Corvus?
You hear a massive crash and the sound of an alarm of a car as she punched a car is what happened.
We should probably do something about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let's go
not
take care of
savory. Let's
this.
go. Come on, Tem.
So yeah, you guys head outside and you see like the crater of damage around this woman is massive, and it seems to like create these crevasses into the ground that dip down, and like exhausts and vents of steam seem to be coming up from very deep in the earth. But she's probably 5'6", like 130 pounds, a little like, you know, like slim chubby, where they're still like pretty like slim looking, but it's it's touching a Ziploc bag full of Jello. Just a very denatured protein of an old 60-year-old woman, and she's kind of just looking around, and then she looks at like a bus stop, and she's like, "What are you looking at?" And she walks over and just kind of like softly kicks it with her sandaled foot, and the entire thing like crumples down, and like the metal of it warps and bends and is hot and is like melting down. And she mutters angrily and turns and continues walking up the street, having not noticed you yet.
We'll go. I'll talk to her, I guess. Ma'am.
What?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Beep, beep, I'm a truck. And she turns and continues walking down the street.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sway them, see if I can maybe get them to
Yeah,
simmer down.
absolutely. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your awe.
Okay, my odds is 0, so that's just a flat 2d6. That's a 5. Ma'am, beep.
Yeah.
You're kind of.
Wait, you can see me?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I'm the bastard son of the god of the end of the world, I guess. Kind of need you to slow your roll, please. It's been a lot going on, and you kind of destroyed a couple cars. Not chill, yo.
Okay, like, so you're like some god's kid and you're asking me to stop? Like, me? Do you even know who I am?
I really don't.
That LA thing did not just happen.
Are you the
on
woman
these
that
streets.
didn't get her latte?
Excuse me? I never get my latte, but no, you will not reduce me to a simple Karen. I am Laverne. I am the god of the super volcano, the Yellowstone National Park. Yeah, I may be a minor god, but at least I'm a full-blown god, and I'm here to let everybody know I'm trying to get to CBS's news. I'm going to tell the news that I am going to explode. I'm going to explode all over. So get out of my way. Beep, beep on my truck.
Right now, you don't look like the god of a super volcano. You seem to me like the god of a pain in my ass.
Steps to the left away from Corvus.
Young man, are extremely disrespectful. And I'm going to burn my first hard move and say that as she speaks, the ground underneath you, like the asphalt that you guys are standing on, immediately like turns to that soupy, sticky tar from whence it came. And you are going to be stuck up to your knees in like molten asphalt. I don't know. I'm just going off of like 3 things that I remember from Dante's Inferno, and I think the sidewalk melted at some point.
Yep, I can confirm. I've read multiple translations of the Inferno, the sidewalk, the asphalt.
Wait, do you mean Dante's Peak?
Yes, I did mean Dante's Peak.
Yeah, I like this. I like this though.
Nope.
I really like this better.
No, in the Divine Comedy, Dante.
Yeah,
goes to-
Exactly.
There's three
Angeles.
parts. There's Paradiso and Purgatorio, and the weird part of Purgatorio
and
is
then
that
there's
it's
Santa Monica.
exactly.
And there's that
So
scene
weird.
where the grandma gets her legs eaten by acid pools at some point. It's a weird movie.
Exactly.
And the asphalt on the sidewalk melted. And that's what we really need to remember is the core concern here.
Exactly. Okay. So that happens. Corvus, you are stuck up to your knees, and you have raised her ire. And did everyone come downstairs and see what's going on here?
Yeah,
everyone
I mean,
hang
it
back?
looked like we were about to start things, quite frankly. And if we're going to start, I would like to finish them.
Respect. So this is happening. She
I am
kind of
not a tran
squares
of
off.
many words, but I am a tran of action.
Bless you.
Oh boy.
And this cranky old hot lady, this hotman, turns and squares off against the four of you and is ready to wreck shop. So who wants to do something?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I am gonna provide aid. Who's our bruiser? Kind of like who's gonna do the fighting?
I think it's they. Yeah.
Yeah, they and Bud are both really high in prowess.
All right, he's gonna provide aid, which as trusted advisor, I get a +2 instead of the +1.
Ooh. That's right. We do have two bruisers. I
It's
will
cool.
remember that.
So that's a thread for me. So that's,
Yay, doubles. Doubles gives you threads. So
Oh, yeah, huh?
Oh, I forgot. I
oh
was
yeah, you got snake eyes.
Yes.
yeah.
Never forget. You
Sam got
also
snake
get
eyes, and I
threads.
got boxcars. Wonderful.
There you go. Oh, that's right. Okay, so threads are already getting like slung out here. You also get threads for being epic, in addition to rolling doubles, and there's ones for different things
Oh
you
yeah,
can do.
I failed a roll
according to the
earlier with
play-
that 6, so I got
There
a
you go.
thread.
I mean, smoke them if you got them.
Mhm.
So Corvus attempts to provide aid to they and mumbles very incoherently about strategy that you don't fully understand.
Hit her really hard.
Yeah. Refuses to take the cigarette out. So it's like, you know what you gotta do? Right for the,
Hit her really hard.
Harder. Got it.
Harder, faster, better. I forgot the last one. Dang it. Dang it, I always forget the last one.
Stronger.
There it is. Stronger. I'll shape change with that.
Nice. What do you
Uh,
shape change into?
Dire red-tailed hawk. We are exclusively going local species here.
Love it.
But hawk will thereby have palm frond.
Yes, amazing. Are
Pain
you
frond,
making
excuse
an
me.
attack?
Yes.
Oh,
I
that-
should roll for the shape change though, because that's a metal.
Oh,
roll
is it a
in
roll?
Itself.
It
Yeah, to see if I get some extra statitude from it.
I'd love to see it. Please do.
In fact, I do. I get to choose an option from the list.
Just
which,
one? We have
yes.
rerolls.
We have plenty.
You know what? Sure.
Let's go.
Sure.
If you're gonna do this, let's do this.
I mean, let's not do this.
Thank
We go
you.
from 14 to
oh,
lucky
yeah.
13.
And now I've rolled 14, so yes, very much I get
Oh
to
my
choose
gosh.
two. Which will
Yay.
allow me to deal an extra harm and have armor, which I interpret to be like, you know how Archangel has metal wings, but let's go like obsidian here.
Ooh.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sexy.
please and thank you.
Yeah. So let's
Amazing.
go from that, and yeah, I'll make my strike when I can.
Okay. You know what? I'm fine with it. I'll allow it. If you want to go ahead and attempt to smite your enemies, let's do it.
Let's go. That is a 9. So I will exchange harm, and I will I'll do some harms.
Okay.
I will do 6 harms.
Holy beans.
Cuz I have ferocious, gifted with my epic weapon, and I deal an extra harm because I am an obsidian direhawk.
We love to see it. So you do 6 harm
Yeah.
as you get into close proximity, because it is still a melee weapon. Your
Yeah.
evil
Oh yeah, strike.
your evil frond gets you nice and close, and you're hitting her, and you see her doing this like damage that scatters her form away from her in these like sort of bright golden drops of like liquid hot magma. But every now and then she grabs up and grabs some of your obsidian wings and pulls them off of your form and throws them onto the ground. And now the ground is also sort of shimmering with its liquid form, now that it's sort of breaking down the same way it did around Corvus's feet. And you're going to take 2 harm for that.
That.
She pulls out some of your feathers like a jerk butt. Beautiful. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. I would like to use crafty.
Mhm.
I want to make something akin to like a giant water or dry ice bomb to basically
Ooh.
solidify this lava. I want to use my chemistry set or my epic tools to essentially make, a dry ice bomb for this big lava monster.
We love it. We love it. Okay.
So I need to roll 2d6 plus metal.
Absolutely. Don't forget, we have plenty of rerolls.
I might need to use it.
13.
We'll see.
You also,
Uh,
everyone has their own personal fates favor. Remember, chat unlock that. Thank you guys so much
Oh.
out there.
But I rolled a 9. Why not? Might as well go ahead and smoke them while I got them.
There we go. What could possibly happen that you would run out of all your rerolls, but I'd still have all of mine?
Oh, I rolled better on that one too. So 8, 9, 10, 11. I rolled 11, so I can just pick 2 features and no bugs.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. The features are going to be long range
Mm-hmm.
and restraining, because I'm essentially trying to like harden the volcanic mass so that she can't move.
Okay.
And it's long range, which means I could chuck it at her. It's something that I don't have to like walk up to her and like put it on her. I can throw it at her and it'll activate by throwing.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So describe for me what that looks like.
So Jillian flips out their chemistry set,
Mhm.
and they don't like. There's no actual. It's really weird. The way that they do it is like they almost like they wave their hand over it, and all of the so like it's almost like how those old chemistry sets had those like things that you would put the like vials in,
Mhm.
when they
Little
do
test
that,
tube hold.
like the test tubes in when they run their hand past it, all of the test tubes like flip autonomously, and as they do, liquids come out of them, mix together, and then turn into the bomb
Amazing.
that then they take out of midair and then just toss it.
Okay, if you're going to toss this, I'm gonna have you.
Is this the whole, but if you want to say that just making this is my whole first move and then throwing it as my second one, that's also okay. Whatever economy you would like to use.
They turned into a hawk and then attacked.
It's
I'm not
true.
gonna not let you do the thing. Like you don't have to wait
Okay.
around to do it.
So is this a smite your enemy then?
I'm deciding between if you would like to do some harm by like making contact, like if you want to smack her hard enough to like do a little impact damage, I'll say smite your enemies. Other than that, I would say it would be perform under pressure.
I think it's perform under
Just to
pressure
get
because
it-
I need to
there.
figure out if I can even hit her with this thing. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to do damage. I'm just trying to restrain her.
Yep, totally
So-
fine. Go for it.
Here we go. 10.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So yeah, you hup that bad boy over there, and she's in the middle of probably like a drunken, like, you don't know me. It just minor gods are super bad. What? As this little bomb rolls over and goes off. What does it look like? I'll let you describe that.
So as it hits, it hits and lodges in like a vein of magma, and then suddenly, almost like if you're opening a box of like something that's been shipped to you frozen, it's got the dry ice in it, suddenly just sort of slow smoke sort of wafts out over it. And like as it inches over her form, like the magma starts to freeze up and like and when stone and stuff like that gets cold, it constricts. So
Yeah.
like she literally becomes smaller as the part of her starts that part of her starts to freeze.
And she wasn't very big to begin with. And I just want to like add on to this because that's such an amazing description that like in addition to she had a like physical, like completely human looking form, but as this intense magical cold hits, her crepey pale skin from like a she's got weird old lady skin, sorry about it. It actually solidifies into that like cooling rock and she sort of gets like mired into place. And the sort of AoE effect of this like cooling bomb actually stops the melting or the boiling asphalt from doing damage, which is it was about to do to Corvus. But Corvus, you can feel it sort of like re-solidifying around your shin meat. So that'll probably be something you deal with, but it's no longer doing active damage to you. And you're not going to like suddenly have a pair of jorts where those got burned off, which is definitely what I was going to do to you.
That is
So-
the hardest of hard moves.
Right?
Suddenly
I still-
jorts.
Exactly. That's a whole
and not even
spin-off.
jorts cut off at like a nice place, but like at a really awkward place, like right above the knee.
Yep.
Like
I'm wearing corduroy, so it's like
Oh.
doubly weird.
ugh.
Ooh.
Baby
Oh.
quartz.
Yeah. Ooh,
Well,
quartz.
she is a magma monster. Some rock happening here.
There you go. So you hear her just sort of bellow in pain as everything from like the mid thigh down begins to like just hardens up and she's mired to the spot. But the rest of her begins to glow hot and her skin begins to exude this sort of like shimmering heat and light as she turns to you all, flips you all off, and screams her rage. And I'm going to spend another one of my hard moves. I got a couple. And she's going to lash out at. Yeah, we haven't had Bud go yet. So she would.
Nope.
No, you spoke and did a bad job of trying to.
That
She
is
thinks
true.
this is your fault because you came and like stopped her from being beep beep, I'm a truck. So she's gonna turn
Beep, beep.
and she leans forward with all of this like stuck in place momentum and basically like bends at the waist like a wacky inflatable noodle lady and sends this like gout of like fire and magma towards you. And
Ugh.
I'm gonna have you. Ooh, you can be.
Grievous harm.
Yeah, let's go Grievous Harm, baby.
Fun.
So remember, this is you would be taking 4 harm before armor.
Right. So I would be rolling +4.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Subtract armor first before. All right. So okay. Anytime you take 4 more harm, roll 2d6 plus the harm, the amount you just marked, not the total. So that will be 2.
Yep.
That is a 6.
Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna take this 2 harm and go ahead and describe for me how you avoid this like hot boy summer that was being sent at you.
Takes out the ukulele when he sees it. Just, oh dear God, fear in his eyes. Strums a little bit. Water wall.
Nice. Anyway, here's Waterwall.
Anyway, here's water wall.
Amazing. And it just turns into this big steamy situation that now has like there's like a whole like pore opening mood happening. And I'll say it's a little bit harder to see for the next couple seconds as all of the steam clears. But that was her move. Either Corvus or Bud, who wants to go and jump in and do something before the end of the round?
I would actually like to help Corvus.
Okay.
See,
What do you want to do?
I would like to pull him out of the mire that he has found himself in.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. So let's see. That would be provide aid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Yeah, we'll call it that.
Okay. I'm going to burn the second Fate's Favor you gifted me. Thank you, chat. You're all wonderful, and I love you. That is a 10.
Nice. All right. With a 10, actually, here's what I'm going to do with this. I enjoy this a lot. And this is also my little, like, slightly skewed to you. I rolled and I got you anyway. Chat unlocked Fate's Favor on a random player.
Oh.
But I want you to not just have Fate's Favor once. You feel uniquely attuned to what's going on. And I'm going to have you roll with Fate's Favor until I decide you no longer roll with Fate's Favor.
Damn!
So, with your 10 to help Corvus out, just explain to me how you help Corvus out.
Well, I keep strumming a little bit. I'm a little charred now. I go over to Corvus. I'm going to have the water kind of crack the pavement a little, and I'm going to kind of get under the armpits and just...
Yeah. Do you accept being lifted like a baby?
Yeah, Corvus knows what the future holds. He knew this was happening, so he just waited for it to come.
Terminally chill. We love it.
Yes. So that means Corvus will get a +1 on their next roll and gains a thread.
Beautiful. All right. Take that thread. And that's the end of this round. So just to paint the picture, none of you are stuck in the ground. You're a couple feathers down, worse for wear, but like not seriously harmed. But you're circling around this like woman who is more and more showing off her minor godhood as she is mired in the ground. You now see like these little like runnels of magma coming off of her body and running down the like cooled rock that was caused by the dry ice bomb that Jillian threw. And she's a tiny volcano right now. And she's building in pressure and pissiness. And she knows so many swears, you guys. And as
under other circumstances, we would get along.
I'd love her.
Exactly.
She sounds like a blast, but
and here's the important
Literally
thing to go along with that. She's a hoot. We love it. But you guys, it's very apparent that she seems to be under some sort of like substance right now. So maybe she's great when she's sober, but she sucks now that she's like god drunk or whatever's going on with her, because she's unfocused and unclear and hard to reason with. And I will actually use one of my rerolls, not as a reroll, but she gets an extra action where she turns, and this isn't going to hit anyone. She grabs the ground to like sort of ground herself and looks up, and she screams. And as she screams, this massive like ash cloud comes out from her mouth, and it shoots straight up a mile into the sky and begins spreading out over the area, darkening the sky. And yeah, I'm not going to say more words because you don't get that for free. Anyway, top of the round, who wants to go? Who wants to do something? She's great. Laverne is...
We love her to see it.
Mm-hmm.
is ready to go. So who would like to go?
I would, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Notice took an action at the bottom of the last round, but
You're good.
Okay. I'm going to try to bend fate, and I'm going to use my water summoning. As long as she's screaming, let's just give her a faceful.
Okay.
All right, try to sober her up a little.
This doesn't seem like you have a gift, which is like produce element, yeah?
Yes.
So unless you're trying to do something beyond what water normally does, which is be in people's faces sometimes, I don't think this is a bend fate. I think you're just attacking her with it. Unless you're trying to do something like extra spicy, like.
I would like it if it could sober her.
Oh, that sounds like a bend fate roll.
Okay, all right, we'll bend fate.
You're trying to make this water like the coffee you give your friend when you're like, you just need to like sip this and calm down. You're the shower that I definitely in college put all my friends in when they were too drunk. I don't know why I thought it helped, but I did. And I'm sorry.
We all thought it helped.
I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
So sobering shower. Please bend fate.
That is going to be a 9, but I gained a thread because I rolled 2 8s.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Did you roll
2 4s.
Did you roll with fate's favor?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Thank you very much.
I'm just checking. I just want that for you.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So pick one boon and one bane.
Okay. I'm going to take 1 harm, ignoring armor.
Okay.
For my bane.
Yep.
Owie. And I'm going to make my gift do something beyond its normal limits.
Yeah. Okay. So I like this. You are able to. Actually, I would like to proffer something in my most upsetting GM voice. Now, if you wanted to sober her up, you could if you had rolled high enough to get that second boon. Because make someone's supernatural ability unusable for the scene might be what you want. You don't know why that's what you want, but it's what you want. So what can I ask of you to give me that? I will allow that your magical like water has this sobering effect on her, but I'm gonna give you, how about just a super special scene? Just a little moment. So does that feel like a fair trade?
That feels more than fair.
Nice. And as you inundate her with this water and you see that her eyes sort of start fluttering, not that you are like waterboarding this poor woman, but that like whatever effect that was overtaking her seems to be literally washed away right now. You drop to your knees and you feel yourself slam to the pavement. None of you guys can see what just struck him, but as you're laying on the ground, bud, your consciousness like recedes back into you. And it turns into like, do you guys remember the like, I don't know how to describe this other than like one of those really weird CG sequences at the beginning of movies that involve like blood. You feel like you're being pulled into your own body and you're aware of like standing inside your own blood vessels as like cells go by, and you can actually see these massive like balls of COVID-19 sort of go by. You don't have it. Let's say you had it a couple months ago. You've got antibodies for it, and they're sort of rushing by. And in front of you, formed out of like pieces of these like broken and damaged, virulent cells, stands an approximation of your father, this chaotic being that wants to herald the end. And his hand is on the back of your head, and he lets you go and spits and walks away and turns and says, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing, asshole? God, my neck. I'm too old for you to do that to my neck.
You are young, because if you were old, truly old, like me, you'd be able to see what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah, you're trying to get another A&E special.
No, I am trying to end the Arts and Entertainment Network and all of the stupid vestiges of a civilization that's gone on far too long.
Dad, the fuck?
What?
What do you
want
mean,
me to hug
what?
you and tell you it's going to be okay?
No.
That's not what I'm going to do.
No, I'm a 38-year-old man. I went to therapy. I don't need your approval nor your compassion. I'm just saying, like, you realize I'm gonna have to kick your ass, right? I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to.
You will certainly try.
Yes, I will, and succeed.
Or you could join me and embrace your destiny. You are my son. You should serve the same ends. We will wipe this world clean of all of the corrupted and polluted and pathetic attempts at civilization that have marred it, that wound it and keep wounding it. Help me make a fresh start. Let me be the end of all of these things and the beginning of something better.
You fucked up the line.
What?
The line. You fucked up the line. It's not, you are my son. It's, I am your father. That's the line. If you're going to try to do the evil villain speech, like, Dad,
And he
come
waves,
on.
and you suddenly come back to yourself in the middle of the ground.
Oh God, Los Angeles pavement. It's in my beard.
Your mouth-
It's in my beard.
Your mouth tastes of that like copper and salt. Like you have a mouthful of blood, but like you go to spit and nothing comes out.
Oh God.
Bud, are you okay?
Our dad sucks. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. Water. Wait, I am water.
You make that yourself.
That's true.
And
That's
for
what I was
it's-
drinking water now.
And for what it's worth, Laverne is like coming back to herself, but she's still like, as she's flailing about, like droplets and splatters of magma are still kind of destroying everything around you. So I will jump back into the part where this fight isn't quite over. Especially now that cloud's gone up. And all of you have a unique sense of that's probably not good. Just a little hinty hint. Who would like to go next?
I have a bit of a idea for that cloud.
Yeah, let's go, Vay.
So I don't know if you know this about me, but at the moment I am a great big obsidian bird. With
You big bird.
great big obsidian wings.
We all
flap,
we all support this.
This is expression of who I want to be in this moment, and in so doing, I would like to express that by flap controlling the ash.
I mean, yes.
Right? Like if you have a burb that can go flap flap,
Yeah.
they go flap flap. So what do I roll for flap flap?
That is the law of Pokemon.
Correct.
It's a lot of Pokemon. I mean, I'm basically a Pidgeotto right now. Let's work with it.
I like this. This feels like you are doing flaps far beyond what a mortal bird could flap. So let's Yeah. I was gonna say burb fate, but this is also very good. Yes, please roll 2d6 plus your weird. Don't forget that you individually have fate's favor.
I'm using that.
Okay, cool.
It's in my bird hand.
Nice. And you also have,
and that's worth 2d6.
I hate you. I hate Dom. I quit.
Hey. That's
Dom is running the game now.
And I gain a thread. Yay.
Nice. Okay. So for a 10, go ahead and pick 2 boons and 1 bane.
All right. Let me get back up to the page where you do the fate things. Because usually I hit or talk to things, I guess. So I'm going to do something beyond my normal limits.
Okay, so the first one, obviously, you flap so hard.
I flap so good.
Yeah.
I flap so good. And let's, since we have already, like, made someone's supernatural ability unusable for this scene, it seems like that's covered.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'd like to heal 1 harm up into Laverne, because I think that kind of fixes it, like, to not just sober, but like kind of shake off like an emotional harm, actually.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is not coming from a good place. And I, as the Flap Flap of Rage, understand that.
That's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, go ahead and describe for me what your flapping dissipation of this ash cloud is, and I will offer you for free that you up at this elevation as you're getting your wiggle on, you hear buzzing, and it begins to get louder and louder.
Ooh, can
And
this be
then-
my something bad finds you, Bane?
Oh, is that what you're gonna do?
I mean, this sounds perfect. This sounds like the play here, if I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I mean, here's the
I don't wanna
thing.
pick this
You
up.
did a thing that, like, I'm not negating the cool thing you did, because as you dissipate this ash cloud, the buzzing actually starts to go away. Because keep in mind, we were threatened with the approach of murder hornets. They didn't really ever get here.
Yet.
So your flapping actually like ends their ability to summon at this vantage point. So you got that.
I
You did
forgot
it.
about those for a second and was happy.
Yeah, right? It's because
It's 2020. You don't get more than a second.
it's
I
because
gathered.
a giant obsidian bird flapped the murder hornets away.
The murder hornet.
You're
I
all
read that. I
very
read that on MSNBC. That's actually how it took place.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
This is in fact a documentary session.
Exactly.
Everything you've seen tonight is based on true events.
And now the murder hornets have migrated very slowly across the ocean and have made their home here in Los Angeles. Because you didn't have enough things on your plate, here we have them. Murder hornets.
You're gonna need a bigger plate.
I don't want this plate.
And I'll say that, yeah, while being buffeted with these winds, you're also able to physically cool off Laverne. And she calms down and comes back to herself between yours and Bud's efforts. And she looks down at the people that are on the ground and is going to mutter and begin to speak at the end of this round. But what did you pick for your Bane? Do you want to go with something bad finds you? You can
I
pick something
mean,
else.
I mean, I think it just sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's the
Absolutely.
funnest one on the list. There's a whole list of them, and that one's funnest.
Nice. So
And the 20
while you're up there, as you're about to come down, thinking like, "Oh, I have effectively solved this problem and ended the fight," your eagle eyes spot a shadowy figure that looks up and makes perfect and precise eye contact with you, and then it seems to vibrate. It moves so quickly and disappears behind a building, and you can see it like with that peripheral vision where you know if you look with your straight eyes, you won't see straight. If you look with your direct vision, you won't see it, but you can catch a sense of its movement, like with your peripheral vision. And it seems to be moving very quickly, impossibly quickly towards the group.
bird dive, and we'll cut to someone else probably.
Are you diving in what you think the direction of this problem is, or back to the group?
Let's see. You know, bird spray do that kind of J dive
Mm-hmm.
going on. So at the bottom of the J is just a quick caca, and then I'm gonna keep going in the direction of danger.
Sweet.
Caca, motherfuckers.
You all hear a dope caca as Faye disappears into the woods, and you flew low enough that them actually like takes off in pursuit along with you, and you guys are like headed in that direction. And we'll come back to that. But for everyone else, what are you doing as Laverne is like beginning to speak, and those first couple like attempts to speak, just like warm water is burbling out of her mouth. Courtesy of
She
Bud.
seems to have mostly calmed down by this point, yeah?
Yeah.
I think in that case, what Jillian is going to start doing is asking how people are feeling. You need anything to drink? You need a concoction or something? How you feeling? Is everybody all right here? Like I could whip something up for you really fast. You need a cigarette, of course. Like what how are we feeling, everybody?
I just need to
all
rub
right?
some dirt in it. I'm fine.
All right, cool. Corvus, you?
I'm fine. Nothing happened to me.
And Faye's up there doing
was
what
fate.
Faye does. Yeah. Faye's up there doing what Faye does. Oh, here they come. Oh, yeah. And
There they go.
they're really cool when they do that. That's a pretty badass trick.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do it though.
I mean, it does seem a little bit like involved, but I make shit out of random liquids that I just carry around with me. So
I am a random liquid.
you want to know what? At some point, you and I should do some experiments to see if I can't make some really cool shit out of the things that you do. Like, I'm pretty sure that we could make some pretty cool, like, anti-electricity, like, shenanigans with your salt water.
Ooh.
Like, we could definitely make some sort of like grounding net or something like that. We should talk. We should like actually like see if we can't collab on this because I feel like we'd both be in our element.
Jelly Bear, baby sibling, you got a deal.
If you want, I can tell you how that works out for you.
Stop ruining everything.
Sometimes people don't want to know the future, my dude. Like, I mean, it's cool.
I don't got a choice.
I know you don't. I'm so sorry that I can't do anything to help you with that. I'm sure it's good for nothing except the lottery numbers. Speaking of which, have you won the lottery anytime lately? And can you help me get a different apartment?
And can you help me move out of the van?
I have not, and I don't, and I never will.
Well, at least you have some principles.
No, I just know it doesn't work out.
Why not?
I try it once, it's not good.
Well, you know what?
What happens if you try it twice, though?
I don't. I only try it the one time.
Well, if you try it one time and it goes bad, then you try it again. Would that negate the first time? Well, like, okay, you lose a leg, but now you can afford a prosthetic?
I guess, I mean, but I haven't tried it yet, but when I do try it, it's not going to work.
Yeah, but what happens when you try it after that?
But I don't do it.
Well, what? But you could.
I can't. I haven't done it. I don't do it.
This is some sort of weird loopy shit that we're getting into.
They do this at least, like, Thanksgiving's a nightmare with these two.
No, you don't understand the like your concept of time is a linear thing of a singular point, whereas I am the whole.
A nightmare because
I'm the whole cigarette.
Is it a nightmare because them is constantly trying to eat the turkey? I mean,
that's the good part. I mean, caca.
Yes.
Oh, they has returned. Hi, they.
That was just a voice on the breeze.
Who said that?
And it's about this point, after you guys have talked for a couple minutes, that I'll allow that you all have noticed that Laverne has like extricated herself from her weird tiny volcano like formed prison and has just looked over at you. Decided not to interrupt and is in the process of walking away. She's probably like 10 feet walking away from you.
Oh, hey, come back. I got a question for you. And I'm doing the fat guy in flip-flops run.
Yeah. Flap, flap, flap. And she turns to you and is like, shh, 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 shh. Mama's got a hangover. We don't have to.
Sorry, you're hungover. So you want to talk about it?
About my hangover?
No, about you doing that.
What helps me for hangovers is more drinking.
Oh.
Yeah, it helps me too.
Okay. I don't have a problem with drinking in general, but
neither do I. It comes pretty natural to me.
Okay. I'm never gonna drink whatever that was ever again.
What was it that you drank?
Whew, I do not know. I was hanging out with some other deities, like we do. We have like a whole book club situation. We never read the books because reading mortal books is a dumb thing. But
Jillian is gonna pull out their alchemical text really fast. You want to describe what it tasted like, what it looked like really fast?
Yeah. So taste wise, it's got a viscosity, I'd say like watered down motor oil, but the flavor the flavor was fear and no, not fear, like dread, and bitter oranges. I think there was blue curacao in
Ooh, that's a bad mix.
it. Mm-hmm.
Here, let me
Can-
give it. Can I give it a try? Crack at this.
Sure. Yeah, I was gonna look it up in my book, see if I could
I
find.
mean, both of you should do the things that you do. Approach this from
Cool.
multiple vectors.
Yes.
Sounds good to moi. I guess mine would be a piercing the veil.
Yeah, go ahead and pierce the veil. And is there any mechanical benefit that your alchemical texts grant you?
I do not know.
Let's see. We're scrolling, we're looking. Oh, it helps with your brewmaster for sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, that much yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna say let's call this the alchemical text will give you a +1 to this pierce the veil roll.
Cool.
Since you are looking up something very specifically alchemical by nature.
Oh. I got an 11.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay. Ask some questions.
I'm gonna think of some questions while Corvus does his role.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
okay.
I'm gonna use my oracle ability and look into the past.
We love to see it.
All right.
Okay.
So
And while they're doing that, can I just heal?
Yeah. Are you healing yourself or others? What's happening?
I'm gonna use rub some dirt in it. So technically it heals everyone around me, but mostly just gonna do it for myself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you happen to time that as I cacared right by?
We wouldn't hate to see it.
I could do that. That works.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So yeah,
Okay.
distribute out that healing however you would do. So go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your judgment.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh no,
is
sorry.
a-
I am talking to Corvus.
yeah, that will equal out to 8. So not quite enough for the full thing, but I do get the portions. The portions I see are muddy, but the general idea is clear.
And you get to take a +1 forward, which is exciting. I must ask, would you like to use a reroll?
Sure, I would
Yeah.
like to go all in on this. Yeah, with that, let's see, that would be 12 then.
Okay, well that changed 100,000%.
Yeah, the vision is mostly clear.
Yeah, beautiful. And a +1 ongoing is much better than a +1 forward. So why don't you? So what are you trying to see? And I'll help curve what I give you towards that.
He's basically opens his third eye and looks towards basically the moment of ingestion, and just before, just like looking at like that moment of time of like what was ingested and where they got it and all that stuff, and just like the briefest bit about that stuff.
Nice. Okay, so what you see as your vision sort of goes to this like weird liminal space where a bunch of minor deities can sit and hang out and have a fake book club where they were supposed to read I don't know, so you want to talk about race, since that was on the New York bestseller, and they're like, we're above race, we don't have to read this, let's go to just hanging out. And they're sitting and eating canapes, and a hand reaches out and starts passing a flask around. And you are able to see, once they step into the light, that one of the members of this book club is your divine parent. And he's sitting there with this goddess of a super volcano and this like old, sort of hunched over, bemustached Russian looking individual whose skin seems to give off this like sickly green coloring as they sit and talk. And both Laverne and this other Russian figure take a sip from the flask. And you are hyper aware that even after a single sip, Laverne seems to immediately begin to reel, and your vision and your awareness moves from like a third party objective like view of it into her perspective, as she is immediately like blackout, knockdown, drag out drunk, and is being guided by hands towards the door to the real world, and then moves forward into the real world, into the blinding light of, like, I don't know, sunset in Westwood on a Tuesday afternoon, and begins yelling, "Beep, beep, I'm a truck," and wrecking the street. And you're officially, like, caught up to where you are now.
Okay, I have my questions.
Yep.
Who made this drink?
Your dad.
Hey, what is the purpose of this drink?
To sway them to be the most chaotic and destructive versions of themselves in order to disrupt the world.
Okay, and did you know where Dad was calling you from, Bud?
Oh, no.
Where's
It seemed
Dad?
like it was inside my bloodstream. By the way, everyone heal 1 because I rolled a 7.
Nice.
Where's Dad? Where is Dad?
Well, Dad said he's trying to get the super volcano under Yellowstone to go kablooey.
That was my third question, though. Where's Dad? Where is this person? Where is Dad?
I'm gonna be a little bit mean here and say
okay.
that, like, the study of, like, what's going on with the contents of that flask, and you looking in your text won't necessarily give you, like, a direct location.
Then how about where would the ingredients for this drink be found?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's a very clever question.
Yeah, I like it. The ingredients are found. We'll put it this way. The creation of this drink requires a lot of, like, disparate and strange, like, processes. Distillation being one of them, and, like, mixology, but also, like, being burned in a kiln at 1,000 degrees and being dropped into like a massive nuclear reactor. And something about the nuclear reactor. And I know you haven't had your discussion yet with Corvus to compare notes, but something about, like, massive energy source far away from where you guys are on the other side of the world might be a bit of a clue.
So I describe, like, I'm going through the book and I'm like, Dad went through some trouble putting this together. Apparently, one of the ways that you finish this is through some sort of ridiculous, like, nuclear power source of some kind.
And I think that's enough to help Corvus. Something about that, like, snaps your attention on the Russian individual.
All right.
Steven just put it together.
What do
so.
can I what can I know about this individual, and do I have to roll to know anything about it?
Yeah, I'll let you roll. We'll just call this a straight judgment roll. It's not to, like, ask a bunch of questions. This isn't like Pierce the Veil.
Yeah,
This
just
is
a
yeah.
no.
Just testing your
Yeah.
straight judgment.
Yep.
Okay.
This is just a put stuff together roll.
Then that would be a 9.
Yeah, with a 9, you very clearly see that, like, this book club it's definitely something that your dad specifically put together to pick people who are already kind of at their limit and were kind of ready to go off, and he's just inciting them to be a little extra bad. And you know that we'll just make it Chernobyl. That's fun.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, there's a thing in the news about, like, random radiation that's popped up, that, like, there's a leak somewhere, and I'm like, I don't want to attribute that to, like, a real place because we don't know what it is yet. So we'll just say that this is
that's
Chernobyl.
just in the background. It's just background.
Thanks. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All of this is based off of, like, dumb half articles that I've read, and I went, nope. And I will not read further. So yeah, this is just your boy Chernobyl, like, going, like, if it was so bad, maybe they should have done more to fix me better.
Classic.
This wasn't a book club. This was a powder keg.
Take a thread for being epic, because that was the dumbest, best line ever.
Bud just kind of stares at you because he has no context and goes, "What? Where'd
Dead
you
guy.
go? You did that thing where your eyes go all."
Yeah, I looked at the book club. And it's Dad started it. He grabbed a bunch of people.
Our
who
dad's
are
in a book club?
a bunch of unhinged people. Started a book
Excuse
club.
me, I'm not unhinged. I'm just very, very
The state of that
stressed.
gap would state otherwise.
I can maybe brew something to help with that hangover.
I would love that so much.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Just a cup of coffee.
So I don't know that there's any specific like. So it says that if it's not on the list, I can tell you, and you can decide. If the
Yeah,
potion you
dude.
want is not listed, describe it and work out the cost with your herald. So I just
Yeah,
wanna
you
make,
got.
I just want to make a quick little like sober up cocktail for her, like out of ginseng and some ridiculous.
You've probably made it
stuff.
for Corvus many times.
Oh, so many times.
There you
And Bud.
go.
Actual
It's
hair
like-
from actual dogs go into it somehow, and it works.
There's a weird little bald spot on them at this point, as you need a hair of the direwolf that probably bit you for a good reason to make this.
There were warnings. If you know coyote body language, this shouldn't be surprising. But anyway,
Is
I'm
this-
sure you can look around and them is not there.
Yes.
Is it technically an anti-venom, I guess, like on par with an
Oh,
anti-venom?
you don't have to yes. You can backwards justify it wherever you want. Like we're not gonna quibble over this. You make
Cool.
the thing.
Yeah.
And
spend
she-
one stock.
Nice. And as she like just bodies it and immediately feels better, she begins to sink down into the ground. And as she goes, she says, there were several of us at the book club, and some of us I don't think needed a sip of this. Be careful. We're deeply unstable, and your dad is a very charismatic man. And she sinks down into the ground. And we're going to flash over to Thay as you are tracking down this like wild, sorry, I just saw the toast, tracking down this wild, fast moving, almost shimmering, like shadowy figure. So what would you like to roll in pursuit of?
Well, I have Clever Girl, which is specifically for tracking a quarry.
Wait, what?
Right?
Yeah.
Dang, I am built.
Oh,
Dragon Patron God.
holy crap.
And
Okay.
I've got associated accomplices.
All right. So go ahead and roll. Let's make a Pierce the Veil roll.
Yeah. And I
And
roll my
roll-
medal for that, is my Clever Girl sort of
Absolutely.
thing. Whoopoosh. That sucked. We are going to re-roll.
Re-roll, please do.
Re-roll.
That's better. 11.
Oh yeah. With an 11, you're having trouble like keeping your eyes on the shadowy figure, but the scent that they're throwing off is undeniable. And eventually you seem to, time is weird. That's another one of my favorite parts of 2020 is that time is a terrible illusion.
It's lost
And-
all meaning to me.
Exactly. And you don't know how it became dark because it was midday when you walked outside. But as the shadows sort of grow over Los Angeles, you hit this massive parking lot for some sort of factory or warehouse that is shuttered now during quarantine. So it's empty and extends let's say it's like a football field squared, so 100 yards in every direction, as the shadowy figure comes to a halt in the middle of it and looks at you and seems to be panting like it can no longer keep up moving this quickly.
So, Them trots up and Thay lands on Them.
That's very cool.
And just on Them's head, just sort of birds and
And
bird intimidates a
ooh,
little bit.
Do you want to make a bird intimidation roll?
You know, it's not like I'm good at it. It's just because the word bird intimidation is perfect. Yes.
I
want
like
that
it.
on a
Please.
t-shirt. Like, it's not even relevant to anything we do on this channel. I just feel like if we sold that merch, it would sell.
Not relevant so far.
Ah!
This
Go
is
ahead
how the
and
meme
roll.
starts. This episode, now y'all in the audience, you were on the inside when bird intimidation began.
There you go. Roll 2d6 plus awe to sway some shadow.
It's a bit of a birdemic, but it's okay.
Bird
is
flu
the
was a thing a
dumbest,
couple years ago.
Most perfect time to get double sixes.
Yeah! Take a thread also.
Bird intimidation successful. So that's technically an 11 because I'm -1 awe, but like
Whatever.
you know, I'm a small bird, but I'm a bird intimidating bird.
That will do. Okay.
That'll do, bird. That'll do.
Would you like to explain to us what that quirked head and was? What argument were you trying to make to the shadow creature?
I mean, I think what happens is the kind of intimidation where where someone doesn't say something and then they feel compelled to fill the silence, like they come to you
Yeah.
because
okay.
they're scared. Like, why is it still looking at me? They're still looking at me. They're still looking at me. I have to like give up something.
That's how I got.
It's
That's how I got the show.
unrelenting.
Nice. Okay, so this shadowy figure will absolutely accept your extremely reasonable and hilariously succinct argument at no cost as they continue to pant and look at you. And you see, even though you can't really see like a normal humanoid form, they have that sense of like haunted and fretful and like a whole worried countenance. And like that sense of fear and dread rolls off of them. It makes them up and is the shadows of them. And they reach toward you. And I'm gonna make, like, they're no longer running away from you. But I'm gonna say something needs to happen because this figure is reaching toward you. And it's not that they're attacking you because your sway someone worked, but like sort of the meta thing happening here is they are attempting to connect with you. And that connection will not be good for you. So if you want to do something, you can have like a preternatural sense of like maybe avoid what's about to happen, or you can let it happen. It's just going to be an unpleasant like moment of interpersonal connection between you and this figure. So what would you like to do?
I think if you move to attempt to touch a bird of prey, they are going to nip you.
Yeah, that is
You're gonna get bit. You're gonna get bird bit. I don't make the rules. I just make the bites.
I'm just a humble city boy, but birds are horrifying creatures of death, so I agree.
You're going to get
I am a
burnt?
tiny dinosaur full of rage.
Apparently.
Okay. So
Isn't bird bit just Bert?
Bert. You go, okay, so this shadow figure is about to get burnt as it like slowly reaches out towards you. And yeah, you just hold on. Yeah.
You want me to prowess the bird bite?
No, because it's not an opposed roll. Like it's reaching out, you do what bird do.
Talk shit, get bit.
It didn't even say anything. And you bite it and you get this like sense of like thick motor oil and somnophyllin and like a weird tongue numbing sense, and like all of these weird sensory things happen in your mouth, even though like you didn't really make contact with anything physical. Just the countenance of this creature, which you realize now is the embodiment of like existential fear and paranoia, suddenly like shrieks and dissipates upon your like contact with it. And here's what I would like to give to you, my sweet gift for an amazing actor, is you now feel yourself just taking on these waves, these washes of paranoia, that all of these bad things that are happening are leading to something bigger and more terrible. And you are thrown into a low level sense of like crisis and dread. But you have
Hey, definitely D-shifts back to human there, because to fully contemplate existentialist dread, like birds have it together. The birds have the word. So to reflect my newly disembalanced sense of cosmic purpose, I will resume my human form.
Nice. But you did actually, in a single nip, defeat the bird. It had like a 0.1 harm attached to him. Like, if you can hit it, you kill it. So you did it.
There we go.
And you are miles and miles and miles away from the rest of the group and having a bit of a moment. And it's late and it's dark. And you know that there are worse things coming. What do you do?
Okay, so this is existential paranoia. It's not existential depression, which means I'm not immediately going to Denny's to deal with this.
Correct.
Which is
How dare you call me out like this?
You know what you did, and you
I
know
can't
we're
even
in
go
that
to Denny's
together.
anymore. That's the worst part. I feel so seen.
And scene. Well, then I'm going to need to track. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to track down, well, off the 405 in factories now. That means I'm probably in an industrial area, which is probably well north of wherever I used to be. And frankly, from this point in what I can only assume is the valley,
you were
my enemies are LA word.
You, for what it's worth, some part of your pursuit of this creature moving like crazy fast, you're nowhere near the 405 because the 405 ends.
Oh yeah, this feels like I ended up somehow in like Sun Valley.
Yeah,
like
you're nowhere near LA anymore. Yeah. You're by the 5.
Yeah.
Before it becomes like the 5 with a different shape when it hits Oregon.
I'm gonna need a bigger bird.
I'm just leaning into the idea that someone picked a portal power and that we're gonna have to use it at some point.
Someone picked a portal power and it isn't me. Then you know what? I have a phone. I have a phone machine. It took me a hot minute, and I think it takes Faye a hot minute too. For 2 reasons. One, they were just a bird.
That is true.
Ago. And like, you know, they got a little ruffled. Frankly. But they claw back to it.
All right, you can take a thread for being epic with
individual.
You take your epic thread.
Thank you.
You've earned it.
Thank you, buddy.
They're only doing it now because people who are subscribed to their channel have a pun alert emote. That's why. Giving them an excuse to use it.
Oh, I bet the chat's just ruined with it.
Also, thank you, SirBeast1269, for the reroll for the table.
Oh, thank you.
And let's quickly add in our toast from Jimmy Buffett, who says, yo ho ho, and wait, wrong show.
Here to you, James Buffett.
Thank you, Jimmy. Booty.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
That is what the bard says.
So I'll get into the group chat now, and be like, "Sup, what's happening?" And I'll just like selfie out over the nearest, like, I guess out here it's a highway sign.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
It's a highway.
Far away.
Hey, where the hell did you end up?
Dad's drugged everyone. What a dick.
I'm trying to reply, but I have a jitterbug, but it's one of the jitterbug Smart 2.
Younger than me.
So it's a touch screen, and it doesn't have apps.
Is he though? Is he younger than you, or does he, or do you just look older because you've been out in the sun so much?
Yeah, he's not as old as he appears.
He's older.
At some point, Eric is actually going to do the pose that is done behind him, and somebody's going to
I've
get a
been considering
screenshot of it.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Screenshot.
Yeah. So looks like Dad's mixed up a cocktail that's fucking with some of the other gods out there, which is why Volcano Lady came to wreck it.
Wreck his face. Yes, no?
Absolutely
yes.
yes. 100% yes.
He's
That
trying
drugged
to-
someone. That is so not cool.
He's trying to ruin, like, I mean, I know the world wasn't all that great before all of this started, but like he's really trying to take it to hell. And last I checked, hell wasn't a place anybody wanted to go, except for maybe a good party.
He's throwing a party like his lease is up.
Oh God, I should check mine.
I don't have a lease. I live in a van.
You know that you could come and stay with me. I have rooms, like more than one.
Yeah, but like, have you seen my view?
I mean, my view's shit, but like it's better than a van.
I would
Is it,
offer, but 10 means
though?
the room.
Plus, I don't think Turtle is potty trained.
Can you portal me, or should I take Spirit Airlines?
Yeah, sorry, I'm coming.
Truly the airline of the end of the world.
Spirit Airlines. Yeah, hit rock bottom, kid.
Oh
Listen,
my gosh.
I respect them because they don't lie about what they are. They're
It's-
like, listen, we're Spirit Airlines. You're flying here by choice.
We're gonna get you there mostly in one piece.
Spirit Airlines, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit Airlines, you chose us.
Yeah.
Spirit
You
Airlines.
gave
There's
us
a
your
reason the
money.
ticket was $10.
So I'm gonna go ahead, and the way that Jillian does portals is they take there's the specific tube in their tube rack that they take out, and it almost looks like a pencil. Like it's shaped. It's the test tube that looks like a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
And like they can even click the top like a pencil, and as they do, like it looks like in slow motion the liquid comes out of where lead would come out of a pencil, and they just draw a circle with it.
Wait,
And
do you have
me too.
Portal as an ability, or is
Yeah,
this your
Portal
workshop
access-
ability?
Portal access is my workshop ability. Yes.
Oh, yeah. This is in order to
Uh-oh.
do this, you have to be inside your workshop.
Right. I have to get into open my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I open
You
my
gave
bag.
me a gift of that hindrance.
I forgot about that. I have to open my bag.
So you can get in there. You can go to your workshop. That's not hard. It's hard to get to when you need other people to join you in that workshop. So all the things you were describing are absolutely true, but they took place inside the like hammer space that is your
Yeah.
workshop in your bag.
And it took about 10 minutes to get everybody inside of there because
Because it's not our
I-
bag.
I'm not going in there.
look, I tried to clean it up a little bit since the last time you guys
The
came
hole
and
is
visited.
this big. I'm this big.
You have to use your imagination, and that's how you get in it. Like, and you have plenty of imagination. You live in a van on the beach for crying
You
out
just
loud.
want to see fat guy in a little hole.
No, it's magic. It'll work. Come on, it's not that bad. Come on, just jump on it.
I jump
Mind-
in. What happens?
Mind
Oh,
the
hold
stairs.
on.
Mind
Let's
the
see.
stairs.
So my question is, who rolls the metal roll to see if they make it in the bag? Now,
I'll do it.
oh, volunteer
hold on.
distribute. Uh-huh.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
That's a 6.
Oh.
Paint me a word picture,
Oh.
please.
You can use a reroll.
You could. Do you want
Mm.
to? I'll give you a thread if you choose to be epic in this moment. Don't reroll.
I'm not re-rolling. Give me.
Yeah. Where are you worried that you would end up?
I'm not worried about where I'll end up. I'm more worried about the logistics of big guy, little door.
Yeah.
You know, fat guy, little holes. Fat guy in a little coat syndrome.
Yeah. this discomfort and this disbelief at where you would end up, actually, it resolves in this really weird way. You enter into the hole that is this like bag, and your body enters into the workshop, and yet behind your eyes, you just see Jillian, you just see flowing water, as if this is a bud-shaped suit made entirely of water. But right now, I'm gonna say your consciousness and awareness is somewhere else, and we'll find out where that is in a sec.
Yeah, I
In
should
the
have
bud
warned
hole.
him that it's a little bit hard to get. Damn you, Sam. Damn you. You got one. That's the one.
But I have more.
Corvus, do you attempt to enter the
I
bag?
have literally spent the entire day with this person and I could not be happier. Could not be happier. Your turn, Corvus.
All right, in the bag.
All right, go ahead and make a metal roll for me.
Okay. Let's see. That is I rolled a 5 and a 6 plus 0.
Holy shnikes. You were never worried about this, were you?
I already know I go in that bag, so
Yeah. All right. Corvus enters your workshop without any sort of problem.
All right, my turn.
he like jumps in with his
Oh,
like
you can
hand-
make it in your bag.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't have a problem moving through your bag or through your portals.
Sweet.
He literally like jumps in. He's got a cigarette in his mouth and his hands in his pockets, and he just like jumps.
And then
And
I
stuck the
follow
landing.
after them. And then as soon as I land and I see Bud's whatever. Oh no. Oh, he definitely
Blub,
missed
blub.
his step on the
Blub,
way
blub.
in.
Blub, blub, blub.
Every
I'm
single
apparently a
time
water
I tell him,
suit. Blub, blub.
every single time I tell him to watch the step, and you'd think after this, I mean, the man is a professional surfer, for crying out loud. If anybody knows how to dodge, fine.
Blub.
Though technically, I guess if a surfer, you don't really dodge a wave, you just kind of ride it, and then, yeah.
You'd think he'd understand the idea of fate then.
Yeah. All right. And then they start doing the pen thing with the
Mhm.
portal so
Okay.
that they can get to Faye.
Okay. You absolutely make a portal. And I'm going to say, for the sake of like moving forward, because we're approaching our end, a massive, what color is this portal?
I think that they give them different colors based on who it is they're going to save. So I would imagine that Faye's portal is green.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
A
the kind
massive-
of like the slightly desaturated green, I imagine, of like desert friendly grass.
Like cacti green.
Yes.
Right, is that like, chaparral? It's a chaparral for what
That's
it's worth.
the
It's
word I
not a
couldn't
desert,
think
it's a
of.
chaparral.
Thank you. Ugh.
Absolutely. I have you. I've got you, buddy.
I honestly didn't know a chaparral was a plant.
Yeah.
It's a type of it's a term used to refer to a broad category of shrubbery, but it is also a word for biome.
Yeah.
So where we live in is not technically a desert, it's a chaparral, and they are distinct. There are only about 3 places in the world that are technically chaparrals, as I recall.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, I learned something today.
Hey, knowledge.
No,
Oh, that
it's
is
not.
Sam is,
desaturated green.
Sam is an incredibly knowledgeable and adept teacher.
Mhm.
Fact.
And
That's
if you-
why their heart
yeah.
is so big. It's full of knowledge.
No,
Ah!
you're not allowed. No, come back here.
That was amazing. Technology.
The joys of remote gaming. Yeah. Or
Okay,
real good stealth
so
checks, yeah.
a massive desaturated scrubgrass green portal appears in front of you. You recognize this energy as Jillian's, absolutely. But you are also cognizant that Jillian's portals are tricksy.
Careful then. You know what happened last time. It wasn't a sandwich. We know that now, don't we? Just be careful. 3, 2, 1, go.
And go ahead and make a metal roll as you hop on through this portal. I'm going to have you roll with Fate's Disfavor since you are entering into like this space without the sort of escort of Jillian there with you.
Super fair. That's a 1 and a 2 plus 3 will not
Use a
get us
reroll.
there.
There are rerolls I am happy about.
There are rerolls. But
They
hear me
don't
out.
port over to the
You
next.
don't give Fate's Disfavor to make rolls successful.
No.
It's true. Your dice were not cowards. We can give them that.
Exactly. These are brave dice, and they must be rewarded for their choice of advancing narrative in ways that might mess with they, and yet, cosmically, not them.
Yeah, them jumps through and is totally fine. Them's metal is like a +8. It's pretty great.
Bare minimum, I know.
Yeah, they don't
awesome.
miss rolls. Get all the way out of here. So they hop in and are just fine. And they's body hops in and is just fine. And this sort of green swirling energy that is just so vibrant and full of life seems to be flowing behind they's eyes as 2 of the 4 of you are only technically there.
So where is Bud and they?
Well, we'll get there in a second. I just want to know
Um,
what the people who are presently in the workshop like to react with.
Shit. Well, guess I should have seen this coming. I should have gone through and grabbed Thay first instead of just letting they come through on their own.
Yeah, but you didn't.
No, I didn't. You'd think after all of this time, I would have learned that some people need a little bit more help than others. Do you think you can see into the near future and figure out where they are? Or do you think we should just hop out of here and do some good old-fashioned private investigative work?
I mean, I could see. Here, I'll do you one better. I'm going to use my tracker ability, which lets me not just see where people are, but see where people are going to be up to an hour from now.
Well, that's convenient.
So good. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus judgment, please, and thank you.
All right. Let's see. My judgment is +3.
Hey.
7, 8, 9, 10. You see the
beautiful.
near future and know where they'll be in an hour.
In 1 hour, both they and Bud will be standing in their non-corporeal forms. Actually, no. In an hour, their bodies will have caught up to them because you will have successfully conveyed this information. All of this is very confusing and time travel is whack.
It's a
Not for me.
semi-closed loop.
Thank you. Are standing beside your father in front of one of the main... I watched Chernobyl and I didn't remember any of the terminology. In front of
Silo?
Reactor.
Yeah, that's it. Reactor's the word I want. In front of one of the main reactors.
Big boom building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a boom house, if you will.
Building that
I will.
did not go well.
Thank you. Yes.
I will.
Can you get us to Chernobyl? Outside of Pripyat?
Yeah. Pripyat.
Preferably Reactor 3.
Oh, yeah. Someone remembered Chernobyl way better than I did. Yay, Eric.
I watched most of it through my
So-
fingers. It was horrifying.
What you're saying is that I now have to make us a portal all the way to Chernobyl. Great. Okay.
I'm saying in an hour, that's where we're all going to be.
Well, I mean, do you think we're going to need any kind of supplies or something before we go? Or I mean,
Probably.
I think we should at least let me see if I can build some stuff for us. We're definitely going to need clothing that will absorb radiation and keep us from getting sick.
No. I mean, you could stand in Chernobyl for days before. I mean, they remove most of the topsoil. It's fine. Unless it goes critical again, in which case we're screwed either way.
I mean, our father is there trying to end the world.
I guess that's that.
You guys all get the like news awareness, like the news update that like apparently a Swedish like
Chef.
Yes, the Swedish chef. No, like
Work.
a Swedish scientific like research area was noting that they were catching like increased radiation. They're downwind, if you will.
Yeah.
So
So I think what Jillian is going to spend the next maybe half an hour, 45 minutes doing until they build their portal is making doing some preparatory work, probably building up some. I need to roll to re-up my stock.
Mhm.
No, I've got 2 stocks still. I should be fine, I think.
Yeah, somehow the stocks remain high no matter what is going on this year.
Holy shit. So I just realized, oh God. Ooh, I'm going to hold on for that as a button to the end of all of this because it's perfect. I just realized there's something in my stock that will be very useful.
yeah.
Good. We have 20 minutes and a lot of dethroning to do.
All right.
Yep.
So
Support our class. Go.
I think I might build a couple of anti-dad weapons. I know Dad well enough at this point to like make a couple of like do some crafting
Mhm.
to build a couple of like weapons that I know he's particularly weak against. Stuff like, respect for others and self-care and
Healthy boundaries.
And
Honest
the
apology.
honest apology, common
Ooh.
sense, the ability to wear a piece of cloth in front of your face and not be a bitch about it. Things like that. I'm going to infuse those mentalities into the weapons.
We love it. We love to see it.
So I'm going
And
to spend a lot of time trying to infuse like these sort of like states of mind into like epic weapons for all of us to use to smash the dad.
nice. While all of this is happening, is there a role associated
Yes,
with
I need to
this?
do a 2d6 plus metal. And I want to build a couple of these. So,
I'll say it's one roll to cover everything.
all right. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. I rolled a 10. So 2 features are going to be harmful. And actually, I don't want to be harmful. I want it to be disorienting. Yeah, harmful. We're trying to dethrone God. So disorienting and harmful, I
Beautiful.
think, are what we're gonna do.
Nice.
Disorientation. Dangerous.
Yes. Okay, so as
Seeing
you
how people
spend
think
your 58 minutes and some odd seconds building all of this, Faye and Bud, you both are standing inside the sort of swirling chaos of Reactor 3. And it's jumping back and forth between that day in the 80s when the reactor like melted down and an hour from now where you can see your dad egging you and egging this sort of like nuclear meltdown god on to like doing something bigger, something that no one could ever come back from. And you're standing without form, but you're able to be observed and to speak as your dad is sort of like looking through time at you and trying to show you what he's attempting to accomplish. And he looks at you, Faye, and says, "Your brother didn't understand. Maybe you will. Nature needs to find a way back, and it can't do that. It's being choked by all of this poor excuse for civilization. Let me end it."
Nature doesn't have a default state. It just finds new equilibria. It changes. It adapts. You don't even understand what we are.
I understand.
You never understood me.
I understand what I made you to be. I just don't understand why you are such a disappointment in this
And
moment.
then I bitch slap him with a ukulele.
Okay.
Oh,
You
that
don't talk to
sibling
them that
solidarity.
way.
Everybody.
Okay. Go ahead and make a smite roll.
Cool. I mean, he was fine with the whole evil speech thing, but once you call one of his siblings a disappointment, now it's personal.
Nice.
All right, we are looking at a 9.
Okay, on the 9, you choose 1. And if you want to do harm, you have to exchange harm, which means
I'm actually going to spend a reroll, see if I can do better.
Okay. No, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
You're good. I
I'm
have 3.
suspicious now.
I'll use them later.
You have 4. You haven't. Oh wait, you did use 1
I've
earlier.
used one,
That is
yeah.
true. Nope. That'd be an 8. So same result.
Okay. So if you want to do harm, you have to exchange harm. Other than that, you can pick one thing from the list.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and let's see. Da-da-da-da. I'm going to make an opening.
Okay. You make contact with your father. It's not a physical ukulele. It's the ukulele of your heart that like comes
I'm a
from
Steven
you.
Universe character, motherfuckers.
Yeah, basically.
Steven Yukiverse.
Yeah.
Steven Universe. And you sort of stun him. And yeah, Faye, how would you like to respond as he suddenly like is thrown off mid-speech?
Oh, I mean, this is my older brother and came to my defense, but like also, if your older brother pops off, it is law. You are also allowed to.
Yep. This is
that
the
so?
baseball rule of clear the bench. When someone gets into a fight, you all get into a fight or you all get fined.
So now that he is bench slapped, Dad.
For what it's worth, you do not have to fight. Let me be very, very clear. You don't have to start a fight yet. You can, though.
Losers.
I know. I just gotta say it.
I'm all out of gum. All I have is attacking and dethroning God.
What's that?
Let's go.
All right.
That
Let's
movie
go.
hits different nowadays.
So what are you going to do? Are you gonna make a smite roll? Like what's our plan?
Insofar as a plan exists, it's really flying leap off Tem's back with the evil frond for a slash.
Nice.
Roll with a
Okay.
plus
Just like
1.
the fiction he never let me read.
Beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus prowess and add a +1.
So that's 8 plus 4 then.
12.
Prowess and then
Yep.
plus 1. Yes, 12.
Nice. Go ahead and choose 3 from the list or disarm your enemy if that's a thing.
Yeah. That sounds like a good one.
Shouldn't have read it.
I mean, thank you as the experienced warrior teaching me how to eat nuts and kick butts.
Yeah, so you go and smack with the palm frond, and you seem to have smacked your father out of this like weird time flux liminal state. And as you like push him through it, you feel yourselves also pulled through it. And it's at this moment that your 2 siblings see the bodies disappear as they are consumed entirely by the energy that was peeking out from behind your eyes. And you stand there corporeal in the darkness as you hear like the beginnings of sirens as reactor 3 begins to spike once more.
I think that's our cue.
Time to go.
And poof, you pop up and you're all together because obviously we got to get you all together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we made it through. All right. And I think what the weapon ended up looking like. Is there some? I'm sorry to take up a little bit of time here. Is there something that the 4 of us do together often, like just as siblings? Like, is like a group activity or something that we do?
You mentioned movie night earlier.
Okay. I want to say that I have created a weapon that looks a bit like a DVD disc. It's essentially like and it's attached to like it almost looks like a weird kind of a pizza roller sort of thing. But it's essentially like it's a slashing weapon that looks a little bit like a DVD disc that has been infused with all of these, we take care of other people kind of vibes that we are going to attack and dethrone this terrible god with.
A DVD discus.
DB discus.
Nice. And for what it's worth,
Blue
sorry,
slide.
this one sentence I didn't quite get out was your disarming of your father. Was that when you knocked everyone back into like the corporeal world, you see that a set of atoms disentangles from your father. He seemed to have been controlling that weird state that you were in. And there's a like small glowing green man crumpled on the ground behind him. And eventually he kind of pushes himself up to sitting and looks up at your father and grabs his head and looks at all of you and just sort of gets up and bolts into the reactor and disappears. So you literally depowered him from just taking over the reactor and setting it off.
Cool.
But maybe something else could happen. And you're all here now, so what do you do?
Somebody needs to go after or what's his
Buzz.
face?
When the Chernobyl explosion happened, the chain reaction set off a bunch of energy from superheated vaporizing.
We need water
from the coolant.
Yeah. Sorry, let me be clear. Your father is no longer capable of forcing the reactor to go like to spike and break because the little reactor godlet has just run away.
The god in the machine, yes.
Yes. So that's no longer the threat. Unless he wins this fight and he goes and grabs and drags that dude's ass back and finishes what he started.
We're just here to take out Dad.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just trying to make that clear. This does not solve the puzzle of how to like stop a nuclear reactor.
How to stop Chernobyl from happening.
There you go.
All right. So in
Stop
that
the
case,
fall of the USSR.
as Jillian tosses the discuses out to everybody, they are also going to move really quickly to maybe hamstring Dad just a little bit, keep him from running away.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Definitely not when I'm done with you.
You four were my great potential, and you are my biggest disappointment. But I'll
Do I have to hit you again with the ukulele?
You can certainly try, you little
Okay.
burnout.
Well, I definitely take the fact that he thinks I'm a disappointment as a compliment because I don't want to be anything like him.
Yay. Okay, so having established all of this, who goes first?
I would like to go first.
Yep. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm moving to hamstring him.
All right.
We can't have him, like, he's not going to try and run away, but like if we can definitely make him stay in one place, then
Okay,
So
go ahead
I'm
and
going to
make a smite your enemies roll.
I'm going to do a smite, I hope.
Yep. I'm going to use one of my rerolls to say that you have to roll with fate's disfavor.
No.
Joke's on you. I rolled a 9.
Okay. All right. Which one are you going to pick from the list?
Okay, let me go up here. It's been a while since I did a smite.
Yeah, right.
Choose one from the list. I am going to make an opening. I would like to forward +1 to an ally who follows my need.
Okay, so how does your attack make an opening for someone else? Paint me a word picture.
So I'm already aware that our dad isn't running away. So the hamstring isn't really injuring so much as guaranteeing he keeps his word. So the actual effect of the discus does no harm to him physically. What it does instead is essentially, I kind of like the idea that this piece of magic borrows from the magic of all of the people in our spindle. And so what it looks like is vines growing up from the earth and wrapping around his ankles, sort of in honor of Faye.
Nice.
And basically, this is how the magic of this discus weapon will manifest for everyone, is that they can kind of choose a quality from somebody else in the spindle to kind of,
take offense for being epic. That's great.
Yay.
That made me feel things.
All right. So you make an opening as you inhibit Dado's movement. Who goes next?
Corvus.
I'll go. All right. Corvus is not going to actually do anything. I'm going to bend fate and literally I'm just going to look around at what's obviously about to just happen. So obviously what's about to just happen is this is an old facility that just survived a nuclear explosion in the 80s. So it's falling apart. So obviously something very large is about to break off and hit Dad. So
I mean, you
roll.
can't
Yes.
argue with that.
And
Please.
technically, because I found out Dad was the one doing all that stuff when I was looking into the thing, this is part of my +1 going forward.
It is. You have a +1 forward while dealing with this.
Cool. Great. That just barely that technically helped because I roll with weird, which is 0, but that gave me a 1, so that gives me a total of 7.
Oh, you made it.
Just barely.
Barely.
Yeah. So I'm.
Do you want to spend a reroll?
How many do we have?
We have, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then-
at 655,
Yeah, we have
we're good.
so many.
Then I'll
Yeah.
then I'll
Also-
reroll.
I meant to say weave, not spindle, but yeah.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah.
Okay. Then my reroll is a 10.
Oh,
Much
2
better.
boons and 1 bane. Let's go.
All right. He takes 1 harm from whatever falls.
Absolutely.
Makes someone else's supernatural ability usable. And no, I guess that doesn't. Someone's supernatural ability is unusable for the scene. So something about the radiation does not go well with Dad's next big thing that he was about to do.
Nice.
And but you know, I will be stunned because
Ooh.
for the next few moments.
Nice. Oh, this is great. So the ability that's unusable for the scene is Thay, who has been grappling with this sense of dread that the fear demon that you dealt with wasn't a part of your father, but was spurred on by him. And that lingering effect, you realize now as you can see this tether between like the anxiety that you're feeling and all of your father's machinations is suddenly severed, and your head clears and your purpose is laser focused. And that's the ability that's unusable for the scene. But
Nice.
I'm for sure using my last hard move, and I'm gonna go after Corvus while he's stunned, because that sounds amazing to me. And your dad is going to fling a bunch of just like chaotic energy at Corvus. And I'm gonna have you, unless someone steps in and does something about it,
I'm
you're
going to
gonna
take the hit for him.
grievous harm, 5 harm all at once. So what do you do?
I just throw myself in front of Corvus.
Okay.
So
Corvus
that would
stands
be...
unflinching because he knew that this was going to hit him, go towards him, and he knew that Bud was going to step in the way.
You are a mean person.
Amazing.
All right, so I'm providing aid. I'm rolling with a +1.
This isn't providing aid. You're gonna take grievous harm in his
Oh.
place.
Okay, so this is...
So
5?
it's fine. It's 5 before armor.
All right, so it's 3 after armor.
Mm-hmm.
That is 9, 10, 11, 12. For grievous harm, you don't want to roll high.
You got rerolls.
No, I'm not going to use them. Instead, I'm going to take 2 more harm and die.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have now taken 7 harm. It's not that you are instantaneously dead. You are now dying. So let's go ahead and we'll shift focus. You have a final and glorious like dying act. What would you like to do? And this is also the GM going, you have ascendance moves.
Yeah. We're going to use Tempest.
Uh-huh.
Bud vanishes, all right?
Okay.
Bud's gone. It's just a typhoon that's getting bigger. And it's going to shove you 3 through the hole Jillian left open, and it's going to consume the father.
Nice.
If I'm going down, he's coming down with me. We're both going to go to the underworld, all right? You can come with.
Phenomenal. As all of you guys are thrown back through the portals that you've entered, and you're all windswept and confused and strewn about Jillian's workshop, what do? There's no sign of Bud. There's no sign of your dad. And
What
it's
did he
so
do?
quiet.
Did he evaporate? Where did he go?
What did
Bring
he
him back.
do?
Bring him back.
I can't bring him back. That's not how they work.
Trip, trip. Trip. Trip, trip, trip.
I mean,
Is that
Bud?
Drip?
oh,
It's your sink.
I go
You have this
and
sinking feeling that you know where he is.
I go over to the workshop
hate-
sink. Like that's
Ahem.
oh, okay. The sink's
While you are
talking to me.
dead, your shade in the mortal world can manipulate your element in annoying and occasionally useful ways. You can use perform under pressure to affect your environment in some way.
Perform underwater pressure.
Oh
May I?
God. Dun, 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 dun.
Look at me,
Aabria,
how dare you?
you were muted.
Yeah, I know. I was whispering.
It was Aabria ASMR over there.
Okay. Yeah, so you are causing a drip in the sink in the workshop?
Yep.
Amazing.
I would like to use it to communicate to Corvus. Yeah, I'm dead. You might want to come pick me up. But he knew that.
Yeah, he lights another cig, flicks his other one away, and then lights a new one. He's like, "All right, I'll go get him."
You can just
What?
do
Where-
that.
What?
Oh, he's dead.
Well, yeah, we figured as much.
I
And
mean,
you're just gonna go get him? How are you gonna do that?
I mean, he's just water now. I mean, it's not that hard.
And some part of you that is so concerned with making everything feel very blasé and easy, you immediately realize the lie behind that. Because yeah, he is dead, and demigods don't have to stay dead. Death is a fluid thing for your kind.
Yeah, it's
But-
definitely a fluid thing for Bud.
But you have never ever experienced or even conceived of what the afterlife for a being like this might be.
I can't
And-
see past the moment of my own death, so I don't know what's beyond that.
And as your third eye opens and you imagine swirling pandemonium and chaos in the underworld that represents your parents' pantheon, we close, having successfully killed a god, attacked and dethroned. You did it. You solved my 2020 problem. And that's where we will wrap for the night.
This is the only way to solve 2020. We now know
2020
it.
is gonna get better now.
I further
Exactly.
solve it because one of the things that Jillian does kind of in their dead brother's honor is they use their epic vaccine to clear this whole shit up.
Hooray!
Hey.
I have epic vaccine as one of my stocks, and I was like, oh, they just cure COVID, and it's
Oh my
fine.
gosh. You are heralded as a hero for being the singular scientist that has cured COVID-19.
Yep.
Quarantine's over, folks.
I can send my bear to do the tracking for me, so my bear's gonna go track down my brother.
I'll be completely honest. In our sort of like shot on Faye and epilogue, it's really them eating a Karen. Like that's really just how that ends.
Yes! The most powerful. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for this very silly divergence from our main narrative. We'll be back soon with that. I'm so excited to play, and
Thank
I
you so
have
much,
such
everyone. I love
sights to
this.
show you.
oh, it's going to be amazing.
I
Thank
hope
you
you
guys
are
for
excited. Very
yeah.
excited.
Thank you guys for letting me run you through a very stupid idea, and I enjoyed it very much.
Amazing idea.
It was so much fun. What the
It
fuck are
was
you talking about?
wonderful.
11 out of 10 would dethrone again.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
thank you. All right, so let's go. We'll start with Aki. Where can everyone find you in the intervening week? between now and next Sunday?
So everybody, I'm Aki. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Mixed Genie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. I do a lot of stuff, like so much stuff, all the stuff. It is easiest to figure out my schedule if you follow me on the socials, because I do so much stuff.
Fact. Sam?
I'm Sam DeLev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, CHAIKOVSKY. You can also catch me on Twitch throughout the internets on all sorts of shows, but also on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DELEVELY, where these nerds got themselves founders badges because they're very sweet creatures. And that tends to have my most complete schedule of what I am doing. I do Clear Skies with Aki. I do a Darkened Wish with Aki. I do this with Aki. I do Friday Fly Day with the game designer of this game, Jason Mills. So go check out my Twitch page and find out all of the things that I'm doing with like these people, and hopefully more of them in more projects in future.
Beautiful. Eric.
Why, hi everybody. You can catch me always on my own personal Twitch channel, mostly Eric, which is all my social medias. You can also catch me here Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Pirates of Salt Bay. It's our season finale for our pirate-themed Dungeons & Dragons show with Aabria. And then Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., you can catch me in a game of mass, Return to the Spider-Verse, with Aabria. And the creator of this game, Demigods, Jason Mills. Crazy.
That's
Wild.
really cool.
You can find that on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/it's probably okay. And
Probably okay.
yeah, those are the various places you can catch me.
Nice. Steven, do you want to go last and like as I rehand the reins of this game off to you?
Sounds fine to me.
Okay, then I'll jump in and say, hi, I'm Aabria Iyengar. You can catch me on social media at Quiddy. Oh God, please help. I forgot the sign, like, oh.
QUIDDIE.
Thank you. Sweet. So you can catch me there. And I also stream all over the place. In addition to all the lovely things everyone else has said, you can catch me on Mondays on twitch.tv/DND playing Lost Mine of Phandelver from 1 to 4 p.m. PST. And on Friday evenings over at 12-Sided Stories Twitch channel, it's 12-Sided Stories, all spelled out, no letter or no numbers, at 7 p.m. PST running Heliotrope, which is a Hack the Planet campaign that I'm very excited to get into. Episode 1 is this Friday. I think that's everything for me right now. Go ahead, Stephen. Bring us home.
Okay. And my name is Stephen Pope. You can find me online at Stephen Pope 22. That's STEVENJPOPE 22. I'm been practicing that. You can also find me on Games We Never Play, which releases every Monday. We just did our Pride special with Aki, where we played Glitter Heart, the magical transforming warrior game. Basically Sailor Moon, but tabletop. It was fun. You can also find me starting July 1st on Games We Never Play Twitch's channel, where we will be premiering our first original stream show, It's Always Sunny in the Shadows, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game where someone who has been in the fandom way too long finally gets to take the piss out of it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yes. And make sure you check out Saving Throw Show's other content. We do have wild cards every Friday. As stated, we will have the season finale of Pirates of Salt Bay this Wednesday. I can't believe it's already
Tuesday.
your season Tuesday. Yeah. Crap. I can't believe it's already your season finale.
I know, right?
I'm in
Will
shock.
we have a season 4? I don't know, Eric. I hope you guys don't die.
Yeah, she's really been pushing this whole I'm going to murder you. And unlike other GMs I've had, I feel like she means it.
Yeah, seriously.
I've pulled punches for 3 seasons now.
Well, maybe they'll just go to another hot springs for a while.
Oh, I'll send them to a hot springs forever.
Yeah. If you saw how the last episode ended, no spoilers. It's not an option right now.
Fair enough. And special thanks to Dom Zook, who keeps the channel running. He keeps this place from bursting into flames, and we all appreciate that. Anything else I'm forgetting? I don't think I am. With that,
remember, attack and dethrone all of the gods in your lives.
Yes.
And let's go out with a Columbo headache. See you next week, everyone.